Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Melvin Robert from the TV show Extra. Every day on our show, we talk to the biggest celebrities and the biggest newsmakers around. We get exclusive details about hookups and breakups, baby news, and the behind-the-scenes info from your favorite TV shows and movies. But we can only fit so much on our show. That's where Extra the Podcast comes in. Listen and follow Extra the Podcast and Odyssey Podcast on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Ah, well. I love these proposals, man. You know I love these proposals.
You're going to love this one.
Yeah, this is a man who proposed to his girlfriend at an airport in New Zealand using a pre-recorded message over the PA system.
It's funny. I saw this morning. I'm like, what the hell? Who cares? And I'm like, BJ's going to hate this.
Oh, yeah.
Now I care.
Yeah, see, you know what's up. Yeah, you wouldn't be bothered by these things. And now, if you've been to SeaTac, you've heard everybody. Duff McKagan is on there. A lot of, Rick Riz I've heard on there.
I've heard Ben Gibbard from Death Cab for Cutie.
Yes.
I feel like, though, I hear Duff McKagan every single time.
And here's what he says. Don't be that guy. That's
yeah.
Hey
guys, it's Duff McKagan.
He's telling me not to do something at the airport that I probably do. And I'm like, Duff, I am that guy. It's too late.
Take that vape pen out of your rear end before you go through TSA, guys.
Yeah, but it needs to be there to calm my nerves. So this man did that. He was like, hey, so I don't know if anybody pays attention to those messages, but that's what he decided to do, is propose to his girlfriend over a pre-recorded message at the airport. And he was waiting nearby for her answer.
Attention, Riya Shukla. You are hearing my voice because I really need to talk to you. Every minute that we have spent together have been the most amazing moments of my life. So, I have something really important to ask you. Will you marry me?
Yeah, so it was pretty magical. As much as I thought Melbourne was my home, now I would say he is my home.
Aww. He's your hoe?
He is the hoe. You're right. I mean, he's the airport hoe.
Atta boy.
Yeah. Nice going, buddy.
Like, where the hell's my baggage, though? Tell me where that is.
Yeah, exactly, pal. I just got off the plane. What carousel? Help me out.
It's pretty well thought out. He had an entire group of people waiting for her when she got off the plane as well. And she had a friend with her. I think that was probably on high alert for the announcements, because you're right. What if she wasn't paying attention to that, or she was in the crapper and didn't even know what was going on?
Well, we know that if it was me, the first place I go is a bathroom, so they would have to make sure they delayed that message.
Without a doubt. That's like beeline straight to the bathroom. As soon as I get off the plane, I'm like, where's the nearest bathroom?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's, they have to make sure, you have to wait about 5 minutes because they'll be in the bathroom.
So I feel like she had that friend that was just like listening to be like, oh, pay attention. This is about you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was a nice moment. You can check it out on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. There's nothing wrong with anybody.
It is, look how happy they are.
I know. I just, again, this is what we have to do in society. This. I have to tell you, millennials and you young Gen Xers, this hasn't been your best work.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm just going to tell you
this is where we failed.
And I know Vicky goes, well, we go back to 1980 when the first one happened. I go, you know what? Celebrities don't count because they're losers.
You're just mad because your proposal stunk.
My proposal was horrible. I'm not going to argue with you there.
Unlike mine.
Yeah, yours
right up there with
Steve's
what this
proposal.
Guy just did.
Compared to my proposal, though, yours was pretty amazing.
Gosh, man, could you imagine if I did my proposal over that? It'd be very quick. It'd just like, here.
Dude, seriously, though, what if it was now? Do you feel like you could still do the same proposal, even though you tried to do it better? I mean, granted, you were nervous,
yes.
But do you think you could just get away with going, here's a ring at dinner?
Yes.
I mean, You still think you could do
100%.
that? Good for you, because I would feel the pressure of my generation, like, oh my God, seeing all this stuff, seeing what just happened there in that clip.
Honestly, now I knew my wife pretty well back then, but now knowing her even for over a decade and knowing how she is and what would bother her and what would annoy her, I think she would much rather me say here and hand over that ring than a PA announcer and a bunch of people waiting at the end of an airport.
And your wife is a millennial. So
yes.
good for you, because, at least, look, I don't know. It's anecdotal, everything we're seeing, obviously. I don't know how many people are actually going through with these elaborate proposals in the millennial generation. But your wife seems atypical to me, because I feel like maybe she gave you a break because she knows, well, my husband's,
But I'm saying
he's a Gen X.
I'm saying that as me, the guy who did it. Maybe you did talk to her and she's like, no, honestly, I would have liked something a little more romantic. Maybe, I'd be willing to deal with a little
Have you had that conversation?
Oh, no. I mean, the ring's already on the finger.
Yeah.
Why revisit it?
Why open up that can of worms? You don't have to.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
I was just thinking about that proposal yesterday. For some reason,
Your proposal to your wife?
Yeah, because I was thinking about that sushi place where it happened. I'm like, we haven't been. It was Nijo Sushi, which is like in Post Alley or Nijo in Post Alley in Seattle, and it's an awesome sushi spot. Like that was our spot when I was living in Linwood, she was living in Puyallup, and we would like.
That was the spot.
That was like the midway point. Like if she's coming back with me to Linwood, like let's go grab some food, and we would always go to that sushi place because it was never busy. And it was amazing. It was just kind of like a tucked away.
That's usually unusual. If a restaurant's never busy, that's usually not a good thing. But you're saying it was a pretty good place.
Well, because we weren't always going at the most normal times. Lunch, like random, like a little after lunch or a little bit before what would be dinner. And I think it was just at the time, no one knew that this place even existed. But it's awesome.
It's our place.
It was our place, man. And so I thought, this is the perfect place to propose. I was just thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, man, but I really dropped the ball on that proposal. And I remember being so cocky, like thinking, all my friends are like, are you nervous about this? I'm like, not at all. I got this. And even getting to the restaurant, it's the ring's in my pocket in my winter coat because it's wintertime when we did it. And I'm like, I got this. This is... Who gets nervous for a proposal? This is going to be so easy.
That is so you.
Yeah.
That really is. You dismiss so much in life until then all of a sudden, there you are.
And there I was.
Yeah.
And then the nerves kicked in,
Yeah.
DJ. I started shaking. I started shivering. I freaked out because there was a fan that wouldn't turn off. I kept asking the waitress, like, can you turn that fan off? It's really cold right here. And my wife's like, or my then, girlfriend, she's just like, why are you so worried about this stupid fan? Like,
oh, you don't understand.
I was like, you got all the other fans off. Why is this fan still going? Turn it off.
You turned into me for that moment in time.
I was a little nicer, but I was chill. I had the chills. I was freaking out. And then it was like, now I was like, oh, here's the time to do it. We made our food order. If there's ever a time to do it, now we got some downtime between the order and the food showing up. And I was like, it's go time. Got the ring out and then everything just turned black. Yeah. I don't remember much. All I remember is handing over this box and saying here, and her saying, is there a wedding ring inside of that? Yes. Are you proposing to me? Yes.
At this point, the blood's on her hands. She knows what she's got. I mean, she really can't complain.
It was pretty great. And the food came, and it was delicious.
Yeah, see, I just love that, because that is you. Now, granted, I get nervous and scared and all sorts of things like you felt at all of the most ridiculous times. But there are some appropriate times. But you're like, there's never any time that, here it is.
Here it is. And it hit me like a ton of bricks.
And you'll never know. I mean, that's just you. You're like, you walk in casual Joe until all of a sudden, oh, crap, this is that moment.
Right. My biggest fear up until then was I hope that the ring doesn't fall out of the jacket pocket when I'm like putting the jacket on the on the chair. Well, I never even took the jacket. I'm wearing the jacket still like that.
And it was still cold?
I was shivering.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a different kind of cold.
It wasn't cold in there.
No one.
No,
but it was for you.
Right.
Congratulations. I just can't see you pulling off an elaborate proposal if that's what happens during the regular proposal.
Could you imagine? That would be a massive failure. Like if that happened, I'd end up at the wrong gate or something like that.
I cannot say I would do better.
You didn't even show up for your proposal. You wrote a letter.
Dude, I had reasons though.
Yeah, sure.
I was dumped 3 times. So this was it. I did not want to get dumped a 4th time. Because this is.
But didn't you feel confident that she was going to say yes?
No, I really didn't. I could not figure this woman out. I was like, why is she back with me? It's like, why is this yo-yo thing happening? And so I really felt like I can't take a fourth rejection. I am going to leave a rose and the ring on the rose on the pillow.
Like The Bachelor.
Yeah. And then if she comes out
For
all
mute
happy.
people.
Yeah. I just couldn't do it. I was just like, this gal has rejected me 3 times. I can't do a fourth. Even though everyone's like, you crazy. I mean, I think she's into you.
Which is funny because you were at the point in the relationship where you felt like you should propose to her to marry her, and you weren't sure if she wanted to be with you.
That's where I was. I was like, this is the time to propose, but I don't know if she's going to say yes. Some people, I guess, did you know your wife would say yes?
100%.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Because we talked about it.
Yeah, see, we said, whenever I talked about marital bliss with my wife, she didn't want that. That's why she was like, I'm not going to have kids. I'm going to be a free spirit. I'm going to roam the country. I mean, my wife, the domestic bliss was not on her mind.
I mean, she kind of just decided to go to California, so I guess
she figured it out.
She kind of
eventually.
told you in advance.
Yeah, she did.
She warned you.
Blood's on my hands.
Yes.
I can't really complain.
So we were sitting on a couch watching TV, and I said, what do you think? And she said, sure. 10 years later, and also 2 children later, here we are.
You're so lucky, man. You don't have to go through all that ridiculousness that everyone has to go through these days.
What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know. You can't really say anything better than that here. I mean, here. Hey, imagine this. Imagine finding out that you purchased something for $4 at a thrift store, and now you realize it might be worth $250,000. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And today is a day to set your son up.
Oh, yeah?
For some love. It's National Matchmaker Day.
I'm ready to get set up, guys. Who you got?
I got no one, actually.
No what?
Sorry.
On Matchmaker Day?
Not today.
Yeah.
Not even like
Sorry, Joe.
a friend?
Nope.
Cousin?
I don't know if I have any single female friends.
It's a good thing you don't. It's a good thing you don't. Just to keep yourself out of,
I mean,
as far as, that way at least there's nobody that can say you're being a bad guy. Is all I'm saying.
Fair, okay. I'm just pawning them all off on Joe.
That's all.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
It's also National Trail Mix Day, so shout out to our dude Jason in the other room for the most unhealthy trail mix that he brings in every morning for us.
Yes.
It involves chocolate.
Is it hoodies or hoods? It's hoods peanut butter mix you get at Costco. It's so good.
It's like crack cocaine.
Yeah,
people.
Pretzels with peanut butter in them, peanut butter cups, Reese's Pieces.
It's got them all.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about this woman in New Hampshire. Could you imagine going to a thrift store and buying something that's just $4? It was a painting. She's like, it's a nice painting. I'll pay $4. And then finding out that this $4 painting that she just purchased might get her $250,000.
That is insane. So this was a real, original.
Yes, apparently she didn't know this. I wouldn't know it either, but apparently this painting's been missing for 80 years. It was created by some artist in Massachusetts back in 1939 as an illustration for a book. And so some painting conservator, Lauren Lewis, she said that, this is actually a very expensive painting. And she found out about it because the people who bought the painting put it up on a Facebook group trying to find out some more history about the painting. Like, hey, what's the story of this painting? Does anybody know? And then the Lauren woman's like, that painting's worth a crap ton of money. And here she is talking about it.
They posted pictures of the front as well as the back, which was very helpful for me. And so there were some labels on the back. So I was interested. It's in very good condition. These are not wealthy people, and I'm thrilled that, as she said, it could be life-changing for them. So it's really great for them, as well as it's really great for the art world to be able to find this painting again.
Damn, dude. How about the thrift store? How about the thrift store, just doesn't, they had no clue?
Dude, I bet that happens a lot where they don't realize they have, a gem of something. Because people just bring it in, drop it off, and they're like, okay, we'll resell it.
See, it just shows you when it comes to art, eye of the beholder. Because I see that painting, I go, yeah, it's all right. I mean, but I wouldn't pay $250.
Like Tatum and I could crush that in an afternoon, no problem.
I feel like Tatum could.
She's getting pretty good at coloring inside the lines.
Yeah.
I mean, not 100% all the time.
You haven't mastered that, but she's getting good at it.
It is funny. Sometimes I'm like, man, who's better at this, me or her? You say good for the thrift shop. How about the woman, though? The paint lady, the
you mean the curator,
the painting conservator?
Yeah, the paint lady is what we call her in layman's terms. Yes,
I don't know. That just shows how honest this woman is. Because if I was that person, like, hey, how much is this worth? She's like, I'd be like, you guys, that painting, I'll give you $100 for it. And they'll be like, oh, I spent $4 for it. I'm more than happy. That's quite the upgrade.
You know, this is perhaps why you do not get these kind of things in your life.
But is there some kind of like is it like some kind of moral code that they have to sign like a doctor does or something like that?
Look at you. Yeah. I mean,
imagine if you see something you're like, I know this is worth $250,000 and this person paid $4. I'll give them a couple $100. They'll be happy.
Yeah, until they find out you sold it for $250,000.
And then I play stupid, which won't be hard. And I'll just be like, I thought I could maybe get $250 for it. I gave you $200.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to get $250,000.
You know, it's nice to know that there are people like you in the world and then people like the paint lady.
Yeah. Hey, so instead, my wife found 2 pairs of Nike athletic shoes at Goodwill. The value of the shoes is about $370, and she spent $26 altogether.
Well, this lady only spent $4 and getting $250,000.
Well, okay, that's quite the one-upmanship.
I feel like, sir, don't ever text us again.
I have a story about a couple in Florida. Of course, it happens in Florida, and it's like these are the situations you realize the two of you should just not be in a relationship together. A guy was arrested because he attacked his ex-girlfriend. The reason being, she texted him a picture of another guy's junk and said, "Hey, this guy's junk is much bigger than yours."
That's what you call the start of a great conversation.
I mean, they're already broken up. Move on. Stop talking. Like, you don't need to rub it in. I mean, that's
well, it's going to be tough to. Yeah.
I think the problem why they have to keep talking is that they have 3 kids together.
Oh,
so clearly his teeny tiny unit still works.
Yeah, I mean, made 3 kids. B.
Yeah, maybe that's why it's so small. No.
So that's
she sent a picture of another guy's junk and said his was much smaller.
Yeah,
and instead of just being like, "Hey, F off," then he goes over there and attacks her, and it's like, "Come on, you idiot!"
Oh, he attacks her over that.
So then the cops show up.
His brain is a lot smaller than his junk.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
At this point of the ball game, why are you provoking that idiot? And secondly, hey, idiot, why are you an idiot?
Yeah, don't poke the little bear.
Yeah, he's a very little bear, apparently.
Oh, my gosh, people.
Yeah.
All right, this story has happened in Canada, and so I guess apparently there's a truck that had a bunch of bees on it. 5 million bees on the back of a truck.
Was it supposed to be like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's got hives and stuff.
But apparently they lost the control of the load and it crashed the truck.
No.
And 5 million bees just...
Final destination 11.
I just love it. In the story, it goes, a police spokesperson said the bees were angry.
Yeah.
How do you know?
They're
stinging everybody.
When they're stinging the air out of you.
Could you imagine being on a road and all of a sudden the truck loses its whatever it has on the back of it and it's 5 million bees?
Is that before or after the log truck just lets loose all of its payload? I mean, I'm going to die so badly on that freeway.
Apparently they had to call a bunch of beekeepers. Imagine being that beekeeper, you get that phone call like, hey, we have 5 million bees. Can you guys help us?
Who else are they going to call?
Paw Patrol. I don't know.
Ghostbusters? What are you?
No.
Apparently they had to call some beekeepers to handle this situation.
I don't know. I would just be like, all right, well, let them go.
What do beekeepers do? Do they have a special power? Do they have like a big suction machine?
Those little nets, right?
Well, they usually have this. It's called a smoker, and they put it into the hives, and it's the smoke puts them all to sleep, basically.
Yeah, but they're out of the hives.
Yeah, they'll probably find the queen or get a queen, put it inside a hive, and get them all to attract to her.
Oh, I would
follow the queen.
Oh,
so you just gotta get like Beyonce, and then they'll be good to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, Vicky, you're a beekeeper now?
No, I just watch a bunch of random videos on YouTube. I follow the dopamine.
Okay.
5 million bees, man. That poor queen. They're coming.
Yeah,
That's a lot of bees coming for her.
And what happened to the other queen? I mean, they like I imagine there's a queen in the whole, or I don't know. I mean, I
feel like that queen deserves like a food gift certificate after all that.
Yeah, maybe she took it. Maybe as soon as she got a chance to get the hell out of there, she's like, here's
a gift card to Applebee's.
First, give me a gift card, and I'm fleeing this joint.
So it says, Steve, it's actually illegal to offer somebody substantially less amount for something if they do not know the true value.
Oh, is that a thing in the world? Illegality to cheat somebody, Steve? I'm surprised.
If I say I didn't know either, I think people will look at me like, he does look
You are an
stupid.
art dealer. You're going to say as an art expert?
Yes.
Because, again, that's what this lady is.
I'm a struggling art expert.
You're fledgling. Okay,
yes,
fair enough.
I haven't really. This is a hobby.
Yeah.
I'm not making money from this.
Yeah, hold on a second. I think, oh, yeah. Nice to see you, Steve.
Hey, someone said in reference to that Goodwill story, I found a Magic the Gathering revised starter deck at Goodwill for $1.99. It contained a mint volcanic island $800 card.
That's pretty sweet. Joey and I actually know that language.
I don't know even any word that I just read in that text.
Now, look, granted, if you found an alpha set of cards and you found a mint Black Lotus, you would be really smiling, but $800 card is really nice.
Especially when you only paid $2.
Yeah.
That's a great deal.
Oh, yeah. And, man. Revised was the last set where they had those dual lands, which what a volcanic island is. And I gave them to my son. He sold them all, and I wish I still had them now.
Can we give a big shout out? Yesterday afternoon, your Seattle Mariners finished off the winningest month in team history, BJ.
Yeah?
In team history.
What'd they do?
They beat the Oakland A's 5-4. They went 21-6 in the month.
Is that good?
That's better than the 20 victories in a month that they've done before. That's the best they've ever done in a month.
It sounds like it's history making.
13 of the last 15 games. They're going into September in the middle of this big AL West battle where right now, by a little hair, certain type of hair,
chin.
They are in first place, baby. Thank you, Mets, for beating Texas. Now hopefully the Mets start losing because that's who's up next for the Mariners. And FU to the Red Sox for beating the Astros.
Yeah, the Red Sox are a pile right now.
But, dude, Mariners are down 3-0 against the Oakland A's. And then the man that is giving us breakfast this morning, the myth, the legend, number 35 for your Seattle Mariners, Teoscar Hernandez is at bat. 2 people are on base, down 3-0. It's 3-run dinger time.
Out to left field. Driven sharply over the wall for a home run. Teoscar Hernandez. It's a 3-run blast and a brand new ball game in the 3rd inning.
This guy's batting .264, a lot better than what you thought he was going to be batting at this time, BJ.
Yeah, sure it is.
What a season he's having.
He's what
a couple months he's having.
That's really the key.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly what his average is in the last month or so, but it's got to be screaming.
Dude, I don't remember when he hasn't had a hit. Like, even people were saying, everyone's talking about Julio Rodriguez. I've seen a couple articles, like, from national people, too, and they're like, really, the silent success story for the Mariners right now is the play of Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, they've been able to weather the storm of everybody on the team not hitting the ball. J.P. Crawford is getting it going.
Oh, he helped them win the game.
Yeah, so this is very, very exciting. If this offense can continue to generate runs, we know what the pitching can do. We know what their defense can do. If this offense can do what they're doing in the playoffs, or at least get us through September, let me not jump the gun. They still got a whole month,
and this month's going to be even better.
Yeah.
They're unstoppable.
I like what you're saying, and I hope you're right. Do not jinx us, because a month ago, where were we?
I know.
You know what I mean? That's how things can change.
I told you guys, once the weather gets better, this team plays better.
Yeah, just get a little, worried, because September's a weird month. I haven't followed this, but that's when they do all the call-ups, and then you're facing people you don't really have a book on, and if those people who are trying to impress actually have good games, they mess everything up where you're playing a bad team and you think you should win, but sometimes those bad teams can be hard.
So what you're saying is we should probably play better teams.
Well, we will at some point.
We've been playing very well against very good teams.
Yeah, we will be playing.
Oakland A's not an example of that. They're bad, and we beat them.
Yeah, I know we got to play Tampa Bay, Texas, and Houston again before the year is out. So we're going to have our chance to prove ourselves.
Julio Rodriguez did not play yesterday. Second straight game where he missed because of this sore left foot. So hopefully he'll be back very soon. They didn't say he's day-to-day, and Service even said he's hoping he'll be back in the lineup during the series against the Mets. Thankfully, they're off today.
Yeah.
And then the weekend series will be against the New York Mets. Hey, how about them Seattle Sounders? Finally got a win.
Woo!
The last time they won was July 8th.
That is a long time.
That's a long time. So whether it be ties or losses, they have not had a win since July 8th.
Boy, it's awfully hard to have a winning season when you don't get wins.
Crazy part is they're 11, 9, and 7.
Wow.
Because they had a lot of ties.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Danny's not here to tell us, but I feel like they're still in it, right?
Yeah, he said they were third, I think, yesterday.
There's still a chance.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand how it all works, but I think
season never ends, BJ. They just go year round.
That's the thing. I don't know. Was it?
As soon as it ends, it starts up.
They have friendlies, they have unfriendlies, they have buddies, they have maybe cousin matches. They have all sorts of things.
Yeah, they beat Austin 2-1. Now Austin's a really bad team, but you know what?
Doesn't matter.
We
Wins
haven't
a win.
won a game since July 8th. I said.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Weather today, we're going to have a high of 67 degrees. Going to be cloudy. Thank you, Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, Septic, and Mechanical for giving us the Migs report. And that's what's up.
Yesterday, Steve got this one wrong.
What is the capital of Tuscany?
Tuscany.
No.
Tuscany City?
No.
Take me down.
Nebraska.
No.
It is. Is Tuscany close? Is it next to Tuscany? I don't know. Yeah, it's good. I got to go to Tuscany one of these days. Florence is what we were looking for. But you know what? You might be able to beat Steve. You have a shot. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
It's after bedtime, the kids are asleep, and the moms are out to play.
We're Dina and Kristen, the duo behind the Instagram account Big Little Feelings. I'm Dina. I'm a child therapist and mom of 2 who nerds out on all things neurobiology and psychology. And Kristen is a parent coach who wrangles 3 kids on a daily basis, here to give it to us like it is.
We weren't meant to do this parenting thing alone. Consider After Bedtime your village.
Follow After Bedtime with Big Little Feelings on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, man, you're looking for something cool to wear. I got it for you. I think this is the best T-shirt that KISW has ever done. I love this. It's the summer tee. You got to go check it out at KISW.com. It's a cool looking T-shirt. I just love the design.
I was wearing mine yesterday.
Oh, you were?
And I was walking around the streets and people were just handing me stuff for free because they loved it so much.
See what happens when you wear something
crazy.
Good? You know, they say the girls go crazy for a sharp-dressed man, or at least they give you free stuff. I don't know if that's one of the lyrics of that song, but try it. Get that KISW summer tea today at KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the jam. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Adam from Shelton is. Adam, are you there?
Adam is there.
Good morning, everyone.
Sure. Good morning,
He's
Adam.
ready to rock.
Love it. All right, Steve, now get out.
Let's go.
For those playing at home, Adam has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
A Rush of Blood to the Head and Parachutes are albums from what band?
Pass.
What planet is located between Venus and Mars?
Mercury.
No.
Saturn.
No.
Jupiter.
No. What was the first name of Spanish painter Picasso?
Pablo.
Yes. In the 12 days of Christmas, what did my true love send to me on the 4th day?
Turtle doves.
No.
Lords of Leaping.
No.
Ladies dancing.
No. What Hangover actor co-stars alongside Robert Downey Jr. in the comedy Due Date?
Pass.
What organization has used the recruiting slogan, the few, the proud?
The Marines.
Yes. Beginning with M, what pasta name means little sleeves?
Linguine.
No.
Macaroni.
No.
Pass.
According to Mary Poppins, a spoonful of what helps the medicine go down?
Sugar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so sure.
All right, Adam, you got 3 correct.
That is
Better than dropping a deuce.
terrible. Just terrible.
I mean, it could have been worse.
It could have been. You're right. You're absolutely right. It could have been.
I think Steve might win, though.
Oh.
But we'll see. These might be a little
What do
challenging.
you think? Steve thinks he's the Seattle Mariners. 21. Was he going for 21 wins in the month of?
I'm in full Teoscar mode, baby.
Here we go.
Man, are you ready?
Yes.
A Rush of Blood to the Head and Parachutes are albums from what band?
Oh, Coldplay.
Yes. What planet is located between Venus and Mars?
That would be Uranus, Sarah.
No.
Oh, Jupiter?
No.
Saturn.
No. What was the
very
first
embarrassing.
name of Spanish painter Picasso?
Pablo.
Yes. In the 12 days of Christmas, what did my true love send to me on the 4th day?
4 geese pooping.
No.
Close, though.
4 birds a laying.
No.
Oh.
4 birds calling.
No.
Very close.
What
though.
Hangover actor co-stars alongside Robert Downey Jr. in the comedy Due Date?
Zach Galifianakis.
Yes.
That was actually a fun movie.
It was. What organization has used the recruiting slogan, the few, the proud?
The Marines.
Yes. Beginning with M, what pasta name means little sleeves?
Macaroni?
No.
Manicotti?
Yes.
Nice job.
According to Mary Poppins, a spoonful of what helps the medicine go down?
Sugar.
Yes.
Sugar.
Chuck Taylors are made by what shoe company?
Nike.
No.
Converse. I
Yes.
think they're owned by Nike.
How many eyes do bees have?
3.
No.
1.
No.
69.
Nice.
It doesn't matter though because you get 7 correct, which is a win, 7-3.
Oh, sorry about that, Adam, but I think we knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game, Steve.
Thank you.
But I like your energy. I like your attitude. Try again, buddy.
Well, you can tell everybody.
I'm not going to tell anybody.
Yeah, you can tell everybody.
Nope.
Tell your son.
Keep it to myself.
Tell your daughter.
Nope.
I'm a man.
Mom's the word.
Too late.
Zip it. Zip it.
Are you really the man because you didn't know what planet is located between Venus
Yeah,
and
you
Mars?
kind of live there.
Look, Earth, I guess.
There you go.
It's that third rock from the sun that they're always talking about.
Look, I don't care.
Oh, you really don't care? You surprised me. I thought you really did.
When am I going to need to know where the planets are?
Right now.
When you're traveling.
Except for Beat Migs. When am I going to need to know
when you go with Jeff Bezos and you're traveling in space, he's like, okay, now how do we get back home? And Steve's going to go, I don't know. I think I got to go to Saturn first.
In fact, no clue, dude. Check GPS.
Yeah.
Dude.
Check the space GPS, dude.
You were very close in the 12 days of Christmas. What did my true love send to me on the 4th day?
It's about birds.
Calling birds. Or calling birds.
Birds are calling. Who are they calling?
Am I the only one that's got the whole song just burned in your head?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause
would have to sing it to myself.
Well, at least you have it though.
Yes.
Yeah, if you
All
can sing
right.
it to yourself and figure it out. I mean, I think
now
that
I want to test BJ.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's see. Okay, so first day of Christmas, what goes on,
So,
BJ?
well, let's see. So on the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a family.
In a family?
His name is Danny. Okay, there you
Wrong.
go. No, of course I know that. That's what.
If I'm testing you got it wrong.
Yeah, partridge in a pear tree, of course.
That was actually kind of impressive. Because I was like,
well,
wait,
I have
don't
to
know.
sing it though. Like, I really do have to sing it. Otherwise, if you just said, "Hey, what's the 7th one?" I'd be like, I don't know.
But why'd you start at 10 and not include 11 or 12?
Oh, you're right. Oh.
Do you know what 12 is?
Oh crap! I don't even think I know. You know what? I only know up to 10. Apparently.
So you just ditched 11
I
and
forgot.
12?
You're right. It is the 12 days of Christmas.
It's not the 10 days of Christmas.
Damn! I don't know what 12 is. I don't know what 11 is either.
No way.
Yeah.
You have to know 12.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
It's something I like to do.
Pretzels in the bathroom.
You guys perverted.
Because you are.
Yeah, Vicky's got a point. Wow, I do not know 12
drummers drumming.
Oh crap! You're right. Oh, 12 drummers drumming. 11. God, I don't know. Wow, that's horrible.
That's
when
interesting.
But when you think of the song, you really don't say 12 and 11 that much.
Well, no, because at the end, yeah.
Yeah, you really don't.
Oh, yeah, you just kind of say
What's
once or
11?
twice.
Is 11 like Piper's Piping?
Boom.
That's it.
Woo!
I got to remember the drumming. And the drumming is so Christmas. It's like the little drummer boy. I got to remember that.
And then Piper's Pipe, if it was
Yeah.
Roddy Piper, you know.
I won't remember it that way, but yes, thanks for the help.
I like how you go Roddy Piper, you know, because there's a really good connection to Christmas with Hot Rod.
It sure is. Yeah. Okay.
Well, now we'll never forget all of that.
Yeah, how about that? I totally forgot about 12 and 11. I'm embarrassed.
That is funny, though, how impressive. Like, you knew 10 to 1, no problem. And I was like, what about 11 and 12? Like, no clue.
I blanked.
You
Stop
forgot
listening.
they were there. Yeah.
Totally blanked on 12 to 11. Well,
Wasn't really listening by the end of the song.
Yeah. Yeah, really. I mean, I know. And I thought, it's impressive because 10 doesn't get said much either. You know? But you know what? Those 4 calling birds do get said a lot. They get said. It does get said a lot.
So I was just like, yeah, I'm very surprised we just started at 10 instead of 12.
I'm an idiot. That's you know what? Well, you know what it is? I'm metric. I only start at 10s. I don't do this 12 measuring.
I don't think any of us could do it.
No.
Besides, I know 5 golden rings.
5 golden.
That's the only one. Gun to the head I could get right.
And 2 turtle doves. That's the only 2 I got.
Oh, good one. What about, is it 6 geese are galloping?
Yeah, that's exactly what geese do. You're right. Good call.
They're laying.
Yeah, they're laying all right. They're getting it done.
6 geese are laying, yeah.
Yeah. 5. Okay. You should know the 2 turtle doves and the partridges, right? I mean,
It's
that's
such
like
a weird song when you really think about it, you guys.
How old is it though? Because
Probably
these are
old.
Because these gifts are like. I think these gifts used to mean something back in the day.
Like everything's mostly about like animals and stuff, and then all of a sudden they're like maids are milking.
Yeah, it is. You know what? You're right. It's a ridiculous song. Like, what are the maids or milk? What am I going to do with them?
And what are these lords doing? Why are they leaping?
Yes, the lords are always leaping.
What are they leaping?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know what the lords are leaping over. Are they leaping over what?
What kind of lords are these guys?
They're lords of the dance.
They don't.
Yes.
It was published in 1780.
Yeah, they were crazy in
little
1780. They were high. That was like old time. That's too old timey for me. 1780. I mean, I bet those gifts were at least. I mean, the golden rings I get. I mean, maybe even the partridge in a pear tree. Maybe that's kind of cool. Do you get the whole pear tree or the partridge that is in the pear tree? I never understood.
And I would
that part.
rethink my relationship if that's what my lady's getting me.
Right?
It's my true love. You don't know. It could be the guy getting it for the girl.
Well, I'm just saying for me personally.
Oh, for you, yeah. Well,
3 French hens? I don't want that.
no,
Ever.
but they're French. Okay, that means they'll make French food for you. Whatever their eggs are, they're going to be French style. They'll come up. Maybe they give you a little hollandaise sauce to go along with that, so you get eggs Benedict every day.
And the last thing I want are 12 people playing the drums around me.
12 drummers drumming. They're all named Steve. That would be kind of cool if you had 12 drummers named Steve drumming.
It's like it starts off with music. We're drumming, we're piping.
Yeah.
And then we're milking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, dude, understand, milk products, though. You got 8 maids of milking. Back in those days, you needed maids to do your milking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't go to the store. You needed people out in the barn, doing it. I think
what
that's
if you're
the best
lactose
gift.
intolerant? It's very insensitive.
I hadn't thought about that. With 8 maids crushing almonds into a milk for you.
Yeah, where's my oat milk? Soy milk.
Yeah.
Just have to let it soak in the water, man.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you got to do to make almond milk?
I think.
Okay, then. You know what? I'm gonna rely on the maids. They know how to milk it. That doesn't sound right. Hey, do you have a relationship
And what
problem?
are they milking? I mean, it might be one of those.
That was my point. I mean, they really could serve a lot of purposes. Depending.
true.
Don't know what they're doing in the 1700s. I could probably got to wait. You got me 8 maids. You want 8 maids to milk what, Jimmy? Yeah, we're over. And I'm taking my pear tree with me. Hey, do you have a relationship problem because maybe somebody asked for 8 maids to milk something? Maybe you got a problem at work because there are pipers and drummers everywhere. I don't know. Hey, anywhere you need advice, we're here for you, no matter how dumb you think it is. Call us or text us, 206-803-ROCK. It's Help Wanted. We're going to do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. What is Help Wanted? Well, for years, we've been getting phone calls, texts, and messages from Rockaholics needing our advice. They really were like, look, man, I got stuff going on, and I don't know about this therapy thing. BJ, you're the one that's done it.
And we used to just say, leave us alone, losers. But then we realized that wasn't very tactful.
Yeah, I still feel, though, we were very direct. Yeah. They knew where we stood. But you know what? Now we just say, losers, talk to us.
We're losers, and we can help you.
That's what it is. So relationships, problems at work, anything else. And I know you think, well, what if it's too dumb? Do you forget who you're talking to? There's nothing too dumb for us. 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted. We are here for you.
We've just got a juicy one that just came in on the text line, guys.
Oh, you want to do this?
I do.
Okay, then.
And the funny part is I do, even though they say I don't need help because I know what I did was wrong. But that right there was like, you got me. You hooked me. I want to know what you did that was so wrong.
The first step is at least admitting it. That's really, that is the toughest thing for someone to admit that they might be the villain of the story.
Well, he said, I got myself into a really bad situation. I hooked up with my daughter's friend, classmate's mother.
My daughter's friend's classmate's mother.
So it's a friend and it's a classmate. The daughter has a friend that's a classmate.
Okay. So
it's like friend / classmate.
There we go.
Their
so
mother.
he hooked up with his daughter's friend's mother.
Yeah. At first I thought, because the way our text thing, sometimes it doesn't come in one text, it comes in multiple ones. So it stopped at daughter's friend. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a thumbnail you never should click on.
That's a tough one. I can understand why you'd want to. I mean, you got to
So it's the mom of his daughter's friend.
Is that all he said?
No, there's more.
Okay.
The problem is that we're both married.
Oh, crap. That's not
We've
good.
known each other since high school, and I just found out that our kids go to the same school and are in the same class. We started to get coffee in the mornings after we drop off our kids, and recently things went a little further than grabbing coffee. I'd like to say I finally hooked up with my high school crush, but I can't enjoy it with this guilt hanging over my head. Yikes.
There's just, there's so much to be said.
If it didn't have the we're both married part, I'd be like,
yeah, who cares?
Who knows, man? I know this is kind of an awkward thing probably for your kids, but that adds a massive wrinkle into the plans of this conversation.
Yeah, it surely does.
Oh, my.
It really, really does. This is a big mess.
Yes.
It's a very, very big mess, and
time to take your daughter to another school.
Yeah.
Is that how it gets fixed? Everything goes away then, right?
I mean, does anybody at all have anything to say? Because he's right. There's a big F up. And, this is the problem. I wish I knew how old he was. I mean, if the daughter's going to school, the guy might be in his 40s, maybe 50s.
Yeah, maybe even 30s.
Yeah.
It could be late 30s.
See, the younger you are, the more that part of your anatomy has control over you, and it's really a sucky thing when you're a young man because you've really got to be disciplined because of the fact that your biology tells you if you like it, go get it. And you're like, no biology, shut up. I must be in charge here.
I do know the part of the text where it just says, I'd like to say I finally hooked up with my high school crush, but I can't enjoy it because I'm married and she's married.
That is a very powerful statement.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to just say this. And this is, look, we're men. All right, I'm not using this as an excuse, but there are reasons. Men, we know, and especially the way a lot of us have been raised, we can be lunkheads. Okay, Steve, I'd like to call it basically when you and your boys are in the locker room, in the shower, probably not your brightest and shiniest moments. You're lunkheads, but you're really broing down, but you're probably idiots. And
what are you talking about? We're just being clean.
Yeah. I'm just saying that mentality.
Beer and soaping ourselves up.
Look, it's that moment where men go, look, we're primal, soaping ourselves up, lunkheads, drinking beer. And I don't know if you'd want anybody of import, like maybe like a boss or a job interview possibility, like watching you in that moment.
Well, no, but I wouldn't want that even if I was at home showering by myself. I wouldn't invite my boss over for a conversation.
I'm just sort of saying the vibe.
Is that how you do your Zoom calls?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they don't know what's going on. I get shy. I'm in the tub, but you know what? Looks like I got a suit on. They don't know.
Okay, the bubbles.
It's just my point being there's a vibe of men when we get together that we're lunkheads. We're idiots. We're just primal Neanderthal morons. We're better than that, but also it's a way for us to blow off steam. So that statement, I finally hooked up with my high school crush, is definitely the primal lunkhead Neanderthal idiotic male thing that you just would never want to really show off as your best self. And that's a dumb statement. It sucks. Yeah. It really sucks because you're married and that shouldn't be a big thing to you. But I understand why it would be a big thing because 17, 18-year-old you would be so excited, even though 30-something to 40-something-year-old you is an a-hole right now.
Yeah, that should have stayed in your little fantasy bank.
Yeah.
Do you think he said he didn't enjoy it so that he can have an opportunity to do it again?
Just to make sure he was right.
Yeah, to be like,
I'm not sure if that was fun. We should do it again before I end my marriage.
I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, because this seems like a ticking time bomb. Because if you do it once, you're going to want to do it again. And then if you do it again, one of the daughters is going to find out.
Oh, they're going to find out.
And then it's going to be real weird when those parent-teacher conferences come around.
There's so many layers of how awkward this thing is going to be. I mean, you said, I think he summed it up best with the last word that he put in his text. Yikes.
Yeah.
Because, man, I mean, the relationships, if anyone finds out, the relationships are all a giant mess. But then you got your two kids who, in some way, I think they're going to think the reason why this happened is because of us. And as dumb as that is, but, they're bringing us to school. They got to reconnect because they're bringing us, you know what I mean? You put them in a really bad spot.
This is a really tough situation because
Yikes.
There are a lot of, it is a yikes situation. And I mean, there's just no way for us to be able to help you. But I think that if you really, really, really want to make this right, gosh, you have to talk to somebody professional because there could be the opinion that
us aren't the way to go. We're not the right.
Well, here's
people.
the thing. There's the opinion that you got so many people involved that shutting up right now might be the right thing to do, but later on down the road, saying something might be the right thing to do. And I don't know. I really don't know what the right thing to do is from a behavioral science standpoint. This is really messy.
I mean, a text says, hey, picture me yelling this as loud as possible. Do not tell your wife. You did it. It's your guilt. Deal with it. There's no reason to ruin your wife over it. You just want her to feel as bad as you.
Let me just say this. You may have a point, texter, but at the same time, man, do you want anyone telling your wife this information but you? I think the stand-up thing to do is if the wife is going to find out, I, as a stand-up person, would want to be the one to tell them.
Yeah.
And even the kids. I mean, that is the first step, at least showing that you have some kind of integrity.
There's only one way I see this ending well.
We call them on the air.
Good call.
Yes.
I like it. We'll fix it.
I wasn't thinking that, but I was thinking foursome.
Okay.
Oh, a foursome.
It's not going to. Or what if maybe they weren't very smart with their decisions, and this is a way to now say, hey, good news, kids. You both have a sibling, and now you're all together related.
There you go. It's like a Brady Bunch sort of thing, right?
No.
Yeah.
How about this? Okay, you both need to just talk about it. Don't sweep it under the rug. This is a texter. Then after you guys talk, you both need to tell your significant others and hope for forgiveness. And if both don't forgive and forget you, and it all goes downhill, at least you have a backup plan. Wink, wink. Also punch your little brain. You didn't think right.
Well, I will say this.
A backup
to be somewhat clinical about this, if you will.
Okay, Dr. BJ.
Yeah, here we go. People cheat for a reason, and it's usually it has nothing to do with the spouse. That's usually what happens. Because let's not forget, she did it too. So the wife of the other dude and him both decided to have an affair for a one night, whatever you call it, and there's a reason why. And it usually has nothing to do with the spouse. It means that both of them on some level are miserable. And dudes do not want to go that far. I mean, dudes just want to blame it on the little head, when in reality, there's probably something else going on. But you've got to do some really serious soul searching. Usually a therapist is the only one that will ask you the right questions, will make you sit in that chair and not avoid like a lot of us dudes do, because a lot of us dudes will get up out of a therapy session and run. We will not go that deep. But dude, something made you cheat, and it's not just, my 17-year-old guy couldn't wait to conquer the high school crush, because you have children.
Babe, good news. You won't believe this. Remember that high school crush?
Look what I did.
Nailed it.
And the same thing for the woman that you were involved with. She should be talking to somebody, too, to find out why the hell she decided this was a good idea. She must be miserable in some way, shape, or form. And that really is the bottom line. So, I mean, the only way to really save anything like this is therapy, whether you just do it. And the therapist may tell you not to say anything to your wife. The therapist might go, right now, let's just you and I work this out. This might not be good for you to share with your wife or your family. But you need to find out why you did that. And it's not just because, I was so excited to finally get my... That's not why you did that.
We have some very, very helpful texters. BJ.
All right, all right, now let's let the real professionals chime in.
Yes. How about this one? Says, this is when you say, honey, I got a new job and we're moving and we're never looking back. Next text. The only way to get out of this, trick her husband to bang your wife. Bam, foolproof plan.
There you go.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, Joey's saying force him, but you're saying let those two get to know each other first.
Could it be?
Yeah. I mean, then you'll see what happens.
I got some good news and some bad news.
Yeah.
Bad news, I banged someone else. Good news, I found you a new guy.
Yeah. How about this? He's ready to go.
And raising our kids won't be that weird.
No. He'll be really amenable to it all. Yeah, it's going to be close. I mean, we know the people, and they go to the same school.
I love Sam and Renton just said, stories like this make me so glad I've been single for the last 4 years. Ha ha.
Look, man, monogamy is a hard thing, man. It really, really is. And the way life is now, we don't communicate very well. We really, really don't. People just don't like conflict. And next thing you know, stuff builds up. And then you have to basically blow off steam somehow. And sometimes it's this way. And you justify
primal
it.
needs.
Yeah, dude. Now my thing is verbal abuse. I scream at people. I wish I could just have sex with people and make it, but first of all, people want to have sex with you, and that never happens with me. So I have to scream my head off.
Yeah, and they're not going to have sex if you're screaming your head off at them. I mean, not always. Some might.
Yeah, I mean, some might really be into that, but
I just buy a lot of black T-shirts.
Yeah, is that what you do?
Yeah,
that's all it takes is to get you back on the like no matter what's pissing you off.
Impulse purchases.
Damn,
definitely
dude.
That definitely is a problem, though.
You are. Look, I will say this about you. I find out months, maybe years later, like something was going on with you. Like it's like every once in a while you'll go, "Oh yeah, by the way, my arm got cut off." I don't know if you know. It's like happened about 10 years ago. You are just one of those people that, yeah, whatever, I'll keep going. Even though like you are a human being and stuff does get to you. You're not like,
or am I?
Oh no! Oh, you could be AI Steve.
Maybe the guy that's so scared of AI and robots is actually a robot.
That could explain why your arm got cut off and you're still able to function.
And why back with a new one.
And you have a new one and it looks just like the old one.
They still haven't figured out the proper grammar, English speaking thing with this robot. That makes it seem like I'm more real.
That's what it is. Yeah. So, I mean, all of us have our own way of dealing with stuff, and guys usually are withdrawing type of people where they will just bury their heads in the sand and keep going, and they easily can forget.
I ain't gonna lie, though, when I saw the text, up until the part where they said they were married, I was like, this is amazing. What a story.
It's a great story.
I saw it, quickly copy and pasted it from our text line, and I'm just like, I missed the married part until we started talking about it. I was like, this sounds like a penthouse forum that was just like meant to be, and then you had to throw in that part.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Married. Dang it.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, man. It really, really sucks.
This would have been the feel-good hit of the summer.
Yeah.
And now it's just a depressing emo song.
We'll see now, will this texter go talk to someone? You got to go talk to someone.
They did us.
Yeah, well, we told him to go talk to a professional.
You did.
Oh, you don't
Joe
think
said go get a foursome.
Yeah,
I said go buy a T-shirt and forget it ever happened.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, the T-shirt, if you can live with your wife, here's the question. Can you live with her and get busy with her and not feel horrible? That's the key. Because, I mean, dude, he's got to see his wife every day.
Oh, man, somebody even said, though, if you tell it could ruin the girl's friendship in addition to the marriages, just shut up and don't do it again. Then figure out what's wrong with your marriage.
Yeah, I think that...
Those poor kids, that's going to be a bomb.
I think that's probably what the therapist will tell you is exactly what that texter said.
Oh, not the try and get your husband to have sex with their wife.
Oh, well, that might be a different kind of therapist.
Okay.
That would be Steve's Screen Door Repair and Therapy Center. That's what they might tell you there. Yeah.
What else
how
you
you
need?
doing? What do you need? Screen door. Oh, you banged the other guy's wife. Oh, yeah. Well, we can fix that too.
We're printing shirts too now. So
do you
if you
want?
need a T-shirt, I got all your needs.
All right, look, here's your black T-shirt. Don't do it again. Get out of here.
It's soft style. Don't worry. It's comfortable.
You'll be fine. Thanks for coming. Tell your friends about Steve's Screen Door and Therapy Center.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's not good.
That is insane. Just when I think I have problems,
yeah,
you hear that and you're just like, that's on another level.
It's that
the word "yikes" once again comes up.
I mean, the good news is in a way is you got problems in your marriage. A lot of people don't know they have problems in their marriage because it doesn't get to that level. Mm-hmm. Sometimes T-shirts are enough. And then, what happens is they get to be 60 years old and you go, these T-shirts just aren't cutting it anymore. Why? You have
moved on to shorts.
Yeah. What the hell? It's not working. I don't even wear hockey jerseys anymore. Why am I so mad? And then you find, maybe I've been, or it could be marital bliss. You know what it really is? You just don't know.
And then I just have a very extensive wardrobe.
Either way, you're going to win. No matter what, having all those black T-shirts, whether you have a happy marriage in 40 years or not, you're still going to win.
That's right.
A list came out of some of the weirdest baby names from the past year. And yeah, some of these, they are just nuts. I'll tell you what they are at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I owe a lot of back taxes. Can bankruptcy help me?
Bankruptcy can discharge back taxes under certain circumstances. Some types of taxes are never dischargeable, like if you have taxes from an employee, if you ran a business and didn't pay employee taxes or sales taxes. Those types of taxes cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. However, most people don't have those kind of taxes. Most people have just regular income taxes. If you owe income taxes and you filed your tax returns but just weren't able to pay the taxes, if the taxes are more than 3 years old and you filed the tax returns, those types of taxes can be discharged in bankruptcy in most circumstances, especially through a Chapter 13 case.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Melvin Robert from the TV show Extra. Every day on our show, we talk to the biggest celebrities and the biggest newsmakers around. We get exclusive details about hookups and breakups, baby news, and the behind-the-scenes info from your favorite TV shows and movies. But we can only fit so much on our show. That's where Extra the Podcast comes in. Listen and follow Extra the Podcast and Odyssey Podcast on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. There was a website, they decided to go through the Social Security Administration's official list of baby names from last year, and they picked the weirdest ones.
That sounds like something that somebody would do while they're really stoned.
Yeah.
And I'm in for it.
Yeah, that's what these sites are doing for you, buddy.
Okay.
All right, so we got weird girl names. Let's see what you think of these. Minnow.
Minnow, like
the SS Minnow.
I was thinking Gilligan's Island. I can't think of anything else.
It's a fish, I think.
Yeah, that's
right.
Originally what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling that one. I don't know if I want to name my daughter after a fish.
How about Banksy? Isn't that the tagger, like the graffiti artist?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Banksy. You must really love that dude if you're going to name your girl Banksy.
That's interesting. That's not in a boy's name one.
Yeah. At least I mean I have the boys' names here, but we'll see if it shows up in that. Delight. What, are you getting her ready for the main stage? That's not a great name to give a kid, is it?
Oh, I remember that band, Grooves in the Heart.
Yep.
And the singer, wasn't her name like Delight?
Something like that.
Or was that the name of the band?
That was the name of the band.
Yeah.
I just know it from an episode of Big Mouth.
Yeah.
I know Afternoon Delight, the song.
I don't know if you want to name your kid after an Afternoon Delight.
Hey, D, what's up?
Honestly, though, when I read that, or heard that, I thought of like International Delight. Isn't it the coffee creamer?
Okay, that's even worse if you're named after a coffee creamer.
I named her after a creamer.
I really thought a lot. You can call her D at least. At least she can do something. I think of these kids, like, what are they going to do with their name?
Yeah.
You know, D, she can be D for short. Katniss, of course, from the Hunger Games.
Do people name, do you think how many, apparently people have named their kid after Katniss.
Yeah, I bet. Which is, I mean, you know, people have. I've known people that name folks after Star Trek characters, Star Wars characters. So why not? Hunger Games is a popular franchise.
I've known people who've named their kids after brands of a hockey brand.
What?
No.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Like Bauer? Like they named their kid Bauer?
Like Easton.
Easton? Okay, I mean,
Cooper. They used to be.
I don't know.
They work out cool, but then you find out why they named it, and you're just like, oh. I mean, it's better than naming your kid CCM.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a very, very good
Vaughn. I noticed someone like their middle name was Vaughn because of the goalie pads. Their dad's a goalie.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it's better than being named Puck.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think, you know, Puck or Pad. These are my two kids, Puck and Pad.
But like not after themselves or the hockey player or the dad.
No. It's a weird loyalty to brands in hockey.
Huh.
Damn.
Not everybody, but there's certain guys that will only use like tackless skates or back in those days. But
Guy Lafleur used to have a commercial. I skate on Bauer my whole life.
Bauer, yeah. I've known someone who's been named Bauer as well.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like, you know, I know some people are like, I would guess I would name my kid Warrior because I was only using Warrior pads for a while.
That goes both ways. Either your kid digs it because they're really into it, or your kid hates you because really, you name me after this stupid hockey thing.
Not even your favorite player, not even your favorite team, your favorite brand of equipment.
I'm named after equipment.
Yes.
So that's like, like if you were really into vacuuming, is my name Hoover? Is my name Dyson? Which, by the way, Dyson could be a name you name somebody.
Right,
Yeah, this sucks, Dad.
Hey,
sure does.
This is my kid Bauer Vapor.
Oh, yeah. Damn, dude.
Oh, man, Steve, if you ever have a son, though, Warrior Migs.
Warrior Migs would be pretty badass.
I mean, that's establishing dominance in school.
I'm about to get like these custom pads made by a small company called Kensky. So I don't know if that Kensky is not really as cool as Warrior.
See, and I've heard...
Back to the Warrior pads.
I got people that I know name their kids Gunner, but it really depends on if it's ER or AR, because Gunnar with an AR is actually, I think it's Scandinavian. I think, whereas Gunner, I don't know if if it's just somebody who likes to shoot guns and thought, hey, I'll name my kid...
or fan of just one of the twins from Nelson.
God, if it was that, I think I'd leave the family. How about Sparkle? Name your kid Sparkle.
Okay, that's also coming up to the main stage. Yeah. I mean, right there with Delight.
How about Pearly? Like those pearly whites? I mean, Pearl. There used to be Pearl. I mean, but Pearly.
You're right, Pearl.
Yeah, that was the name. Menorah, which the only menorah I know is from Jewish tradition.
Say, like the menorah?
Yeah. Chai. See, that's my wife when she was. She used to do some not exotic dancing, but what was the other kind of dancing they do?
Belly dancing?
Naughty dancing?
Yeah, a little bit of
Freak
belly
dancing.
dancing, but it's
Crunking.
burlesque. My wife took a burlesque class, and her nickname, because they gave you got to pick your own nickname, was Dirty Chai. After the drink, that was my wife. So you didn't know that, Joe? Sorry, earmuffs, Joe. Sorry.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah, you probably should have known.
Hey, Mom, a.k.a. Dirty Chai.
So, I mean, if you name your kid Chai, just know that if they want to get saucy, they can be Dirty Chai.
I'm your
later
son,
on.
Clean Americano.
How about naming your kid Strawberry? I mean, that's just like, what? I mean, wait, then you get another kid, Blueberry?
Kind of adorable until they become like a teenager.
Yeah.
That was the name of a Bond girl, I think. Strawberry Fields, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a Bond name.
I think that was like the only person I've ever heard named Strawberry.
Do you call her Straw or do you call her Berry?
Yeah, good call. SB.
SB.
How about Cinderella? I mean, at least she could be called Cindy.
I mean, you really put in no effort at that point. Cinderella.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it's I guess because Cinderella was, I mean, the live action was popular. I don't know.
I bet there are people that are going with like Elsa and Anna.
Oh, God, yes.
Ariel.
Yeah.
Moana.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not Moana. But
Moana's not horrible.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's
Yeah.
probably as popular as like Elsa.
No, my favorite was a few years back when Game of Thrones was really popular, when everybody named their kids Daenerys or Khaleesi.
Yeah.
And then she turned out to be not so good.
I know. You pretty much just ruined your kid by going, okay, when my kid gets older, they're going to destroy cities. Great.
Couldn't you just switch the name? I mean, they're not that old. They don't know what the hell's happening.
Yeah. Targaryen's a great name. That way, if you really want to say, oh, yeah, my whole family's crazy, we're going to call you Targaryen.
You know, Sarah's name would have made this list had our mom had her way. Sarasvati.
Yeah. Eastern. Well, you too, Jaya Dave.
Yeah, I would probably made it.
Jaya Dave and Sarasvati.
So you could have been a Dave, and she still could have been a Sarah. It could have worked. But I really, you know, my dad.
I don't see Joe as a Dave.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a Dave to me.
He looks like does he look like a Joe?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. Then we did it right.
Yeah.
Here's some boys' names. You ready?
Okay.
This one here, if you're a alternative football fan, Dragon. Somebody named their kid Dragon.
Awesome.
That is awful and badass at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, if you told me, what's your kid's name? Dragon, I'd be like, amazing.
So mom's got to be a badass gamer fantasy fan because, I mean, I can see a dad wanting to do that, but there's no way you squeak that by high command.
I'm picturing a mom who just got a surgery and she's just high off of whatever pain meds, and the dad's like, no, it's okay, I got the birth certificate, and him filling it out while
snuck
she
it in there?
snuck it in there.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon is pretty cool, the more I think about it, though.
Oh, yeah, but how about this name? I mean, if you're from Boston, you want this name, Awesome. You name your kid Awesome. First name, Wicked.
That is a lot of pressure.
Wicked Awesome is what I should name my kid. W Awesome. That would
Because
be
your
great.
kid better dominate in every sport that they do. Otherwise, they are going to be the last. Even if they're middle of the road, if they're the most mid player, they're still going to be made fun of more than the worst player because their name is Awesome.
Yeah, or, I like that, or you're the worst player.
That's funny.
Then it's totally ironic. Like, if you, and me, I would have been great for a name of Awesome because I was the worst player on every team I was on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll draft Awesome.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, that's so good.
Awesome.
How about this one? Texas.
See, I'm not.
You got to be from Texas, right? Because you know how Texans are. They just think we're the only state in the union.
You know how many people I know who've named their kid Brooklyn? And I'm like, any connection to, I get excited. I'm like, because I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. And they're like, no, I've never been to New York. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, then why Brooklyn?
Because I think it's like something like it because it's like you could either go with Brooke, middle name Lynn, or Brooklyn's a very popular name. For
Yeah, I know an actor.
It sounds cool. It rolls off the tongue, so I think that's part of it. But as a person who grew up in that area, I'm always like, you're from Brooklyn? That's why you name your kid? And like, no. Why would I do that? I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an old school name based on the name Brooklyn. I have no idea. Because you got Brooke and you got Lynn. You can go either way with that. And have a short name with maybe that's what it was. Maybe Brooklyn's a fancy name from way back in the day.
Dude, so someone just texted and said, what Vicky just described is how I saved my daughter from being named after a plant. I waited until my wife was all drugged up and I changed the name.
Oh, whoa.
Please tell us what the name was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I would hydrangea.
Eucalyptus.
That would be so great.
Cactus.
Yeah. Peony. Peony's a good name. Yeah.
Peony?
Yeah, peony, it's a flower.
It's actually my favorite flower.
What about daffodil?
Daffodil. That's actually a fun name. Hey, Daff. Daffy? I don't know. Maybe you don't want Daffy.
Lilac.
Oh, Lilac's cute.
Well, the way you say it, it sounds like she's a Dalek.
Get over your lilac.
Exterminate lilac. How about Utah? I've heard Utah. I've heard that name Utah for people.
It seems strange, too.
Daytona? Yeah. I love you to 500, baby. How about Fender?
Fender? Is that named after a guitar?
Or the car part. I'm not sure.
Oh. I'm feeling like it's more of like a guitar thing.
But if
then you have like a Gibson... You could have Les Paul.
Yeah, but if you name it after the car, you can say, Fender, you're bumping. Thank you.
No. That's when they put in an application for new parents.
All right. How about you name your kid Cotton? Why? Because polyester was already taken? I mean, really? Oh. I mean, seriously?
We got it. It was going to be Juniper.
Juniper?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, June,
Did they
for
just go
sure.
with June? I wonder if you just went with June. That way, at least, you're going to catch some crap, but at least it's still kind of the same name.
I would like to know the name that he picked instead.
Okay, well, you have to let us know now. That texter.
So we named her Manila after the envelope. How about Rooster? Now, you name your kid Rooster, and you're setting this kid up for the worst school experience ever. Right? How do you know? As soon as you meet a kid Rooster, are you not going, hey, rhymes with rock, what's up?
It could be, though, come college time, that could work to get in some action. Yo, my name's Rooster, but you know what they call me.
Yeah, we know what they call you. They've been calling you that ever since you were 3. Ruckus. You name a kid Ruckus. I mean,
what are these like? These sound like 2000s era radio DJ names.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, this is Ruckus.
It's Ruckus and Rooster in the morning.
On the end, man.
Well, then you got Crash as well.
We got
Crash.
Crash.
And Ruckus.
Crash is out on the streets. He's causing a ruckus.
I almost went out with a guy, his radio name was Crash once.
See?
Yeah, total radio name.
Crash and Ruckus on the Rooster. And there's a radio station called The Rooster in Jacksonville. So it's Crash and Ruckus on the Rooster.
We're going to check with traffic with Cotton.
Yeah. And Forbes. Is that because you think maybe if you name them Forbes, the kid will be financially successul? Is that why you decide that's a name for these are the weird boy names that are out there? Also, we gave you some weird girl names like, not polyester. That would be a good one. You really should call your kid. You should call your daughter Polyester.
I have a friend whose name, his kid is Sebastian. And I didn't know that because he always introduced his kid as Bash. And I always was like,
oh, Bash. What a great nickname.
I was like, that is really incredible that you were able to get that through with your wife and all that. And I'm like, this kid's got it. He's meant to one day become a wrestler because he's a wrestler buddy. And Bash is just crazy. He's running around everywhere. And then finally I heard like the mom go, Sebastian, get here. I'm like, oh yeah. That's a great nickname for Sebastian.
How about Mom? Do you think she's happy about that nickname? Never even thought about it. Like,
It kind of dictated how this kid runs around just bashing into things.
There we go.
Like, he is chaos in the best way. He's adorable and he's fun.
In the best way.
I mean, but I'm watching him and I'm just like, you two have your hands full.
Yeah, you do.
This little guy. He's crazy.
Bash.
He's adorable, though.
Yeah. All right, here's a question for you. What is a movie sequel that you think should have never happened? Well, I got a list. I'll tell you what's on top of that. We'll do that at 8:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, everybody's favorite website, movieweb.com.
Check it every morning.
They put together a list of movie sequels that should have never happened.
Ooh. Man, that's a good question.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to like one of them. I have the top 10
If it's Rocky 2, I'm just going to break your computer screen.
Yeah, no, you don't have to break my computer. You might actually anyway, because this is even, to you, this is even more important than Rocky 2. This is a hill you die on.
If you are about to say
hill you're going to die on.
The greatest musical that has ever been made, that is far superior than the one that featured Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta, you give me Michelle Pfeiffer. You give me Adrian's Med. You give me Grease 2.
Yeah.
That's on the list?
Yeah.
This list is crap.
Yeah. I'll give you the reason why people are smart in the world.
Even a texter just said, I sure hope Grease 2 is on this movie list.
Of course it's on the list. It should be number 1 as the movie that should never have had a sequel, but they made it number 8.
It's a better version than the original. Better songs.
It is not.
Better performance. Better story.
So I don't know about the story because all I've seen is bits and pieces of it, and I've basically thrown up in my food and shut the TV off.
Man.
I don't know. So I don't know what the story is.
I'm torn.
What's the story? Is it a summer of romance that they have to like go back and be with their regular lives? Because that's the story of Grease 1, isn't it?
Yeah, but it involves a motorcycle, too.
Oh, that's what makes the story better.
And possibly death.
Oh, and not just the death of a romantic relation. Grease 2, come on. It's
I'm kind of torn. Would I rather you listen to Pearl Jam's 10 or watch Grease 2?
If you really think that I should watch Grease 2 over listening to Pearl Jam's 10, you'll be kicked out of the 10 club. They're going to just kick you right the hell
I'm a
out.
lifetime member, man. I was on one of the OGs.
I got news for you.
They can't kick me out. I have the letters.
Stone will come here personally and remove your membership
What if
card.
Stone comes in, just like when we said you never listen to Pearl Jam, say he's like, I get it. I don't listen to it either. What if he said, dude, Grease 2 is one of the
I
best
am
movies.
willing to bet again. I mean, I'll bet breakfast again, and we can call Stone. I mean, we could set up for a phone call.
That involves us knowing his number.
Yeah. Well,
I can email him.
We've had him on the show, so
Sure.
can we just have you for 20 seconds
20
answer one
seconds.
question? That's all we ask. Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, and if Stone says that he likes Grease 2 over Grease 1, or if he even cares, that's the other thing, because I think there are people who go, why are you even having this discussion?
We're gonna bowl tonight.
Okay, no. And Olivia Newton-John, look, I love Michelle Pfeiffer, but Olivia Newton-John was the singer, the professional singer, and Adrian Zamid, was he in the William Shatner Cop show? Was he with TJ? Was he TJ Hooker? Was he with TJ Hooker and then what's her face?
He
Heather
replaced
Locklear?
somebody. I think did he replace David Hasselhoff in Knight Rider or something? I don't know. Adrian Zamid kind of like the guy that replaced people who were successful and then made things not as successful.
Yeah, that's
I don't
very
know if that's-
possible.
I don't know if that's
well,
the
I think you've proven your point with Grease 2, haven't you?
Minus Grease 2.
Yeah. Was Adrian Zamid in TJ Hooker, Vicky? Did we know that? I thought
yes,
he was. Yeah,
yes, he was. He was Officer Vince Romano.
Yeah, he was the young dude, and of course you had Heather Locklear, and I don't know if this is before, during, or after Tommy Lee.
He was the host of Dance Fever. That's what I remember him from.
Seriously, dude. I mean, this resume of Adrian Zamid is massively impressive. So the number one thing, and Sarah can comment on this because she's a big fan of Mean Girls. Should Mean Girls 2 have ever been made, Sarah?
Absolutely not.
There we go.
Dude, I don't even remember that they did a sequel.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't remember either, but with the success of Mean Girls, why
I
wouldn't
love
you?
Mean Girls, but I don't know if I've ever watched Mean Girls 2.
I don't even... Who showed up in Mean Girls 2?
Exactly. I'm pretty sure no one from the original showed up. So
See, I hate when they do that.
Except the principal.
Oh, well, the
Principal is
principal.
still the same thing. That's the only one that tells you a lot.
Who was the principal?
Tim Meadows.
Oh, well, I know Tim Meadows.
He's had bills to pay.
Yeah, a good SNL alum.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's when Tim Meadows is the only guy you can get back from a movie that was really all about the girls in the movie. It's like, yeah, you're done.
I got one that I would, and I was so excited for it, and it just was a bummer when I actually have two now. When I think about it.
All right, here we go.
Super Troopers 2.
Oh yeah,
the first movie was so great, and I think we just kept waiting and waiting. I think the expectations were just so high, pun intended, that it wasn't really all as great as you hoped for it to be. And then the other one, Anchorman 2.
Anchorman 2.
Okay,
it was okay. There was
okay.
Yeah, and there's no way you can recreate that lightning in the bottle, and they waited a long time.
We didn't need it.
I think they should have done it now. I think because nostalgia factor. I think they just did it a little too early. I don't know if
some think they waited too long to do it, but then also maybe you're right. They might have hit that weird spot.
Yeah,
where they waited too long, but maybe they should have waited even longer.
Yeah, and we'll see because Frasier is coming back. If you can believe that, they're doing a new Frasier, and they tried it with Murphy Brown, which was a show that I dug back in the day. And the new version, I just was like, no, thank you. I'm not a fan of the new Will and Grace, but I did love Frasier, so I'm hoping.
Someone said, "You're on acid, Steve. Ha ha ha. Grease 2 blows." Next text, per a BBC article, and you like the Brits. Grease 2 was the flop that became a surprise hit and a cult classic.
Yeah, the cult classic is a nice way of saying it's a flop that some people like.
Well, I'm some people.
Yeah, that's for sure. A surprise hit. That's the best they could say about it. A surprise hit that became a cult classic. Okay.
Maybe just listen to the soundtrack.
I won't.
Okay.
Yeah. How about Home Alone? Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah.
Which was the newest one.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, because they got a new kid, right? Didn't they get and the kid was just nowhere near as cute as Macaulay.
Yeah, this was from 2 years ago.
Yeah. This one definitely number 3. I agree. The Mask was such a fun movie. Son of the Mask, it wasn't Jim Carrey. I don't even know if this person's ever done anything, right?
Oh no, yeah.
Who was the son?
I believe. I don't know the baby, but I think it was Jamie Kennedy.
Oh right,
You're right.
Oh yeah, and Jamie Kennedy's done stuff. Okay. This whole series, number 4 on the list. If you don't know this series, it's sort of like it's like the Hunger Games wannabe, and that would be Divergent, the Divergent series.
I don't even know the original.
Yeah, I watched the first movie. It was entertaining. Okay. There's like one of the dudes in there is a bad guy in another show, and I don't like he's a star in another show, and I can't think of his name. And he starred as the love interest in Divergent, but obviously Allegiant. That was in 2016. Yeah, I mean, again, if you're a fan of the novels, some people hated it because it was not like what the novels were. Other people called it Hunger Games wannabe. And The Kissing Booth, I don't even know that movie. Do you remember that movie, The Kissing Booth?
It's a Netflix series type movie. It's got, what's her face in it?
Yeah,
her name is like Joey something. She was in, she's one of those characters or actresses that you'll recognize her, but you won't really remember from
Not
what.
Joey Lawrence.
No.
Whoa. That guy?
No, it's a different Joey.
Joey King.
She played.
Oh, okay.
Joey King. She played like the young version of Talia al Ghul in the last Batman movie with Christian Bale, like that kind of thing.
I don't know her at all. Okay.
I got one that's going to piss somebody off in this room.
Here we go.
The Matrix, Part 2.
Now, Part 2 wasn't bad. Part 3, people would totally. Part 2 had its moments.
Yeah.
It had its moments, but Part 3, everybody would agree with you.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that, I thought for 3, like, you son of a bitch. But, like, I thought Part 2 was even just like, dude, you had such an awesome movie, and this is what you're giving us?
The Merovingian, the twins, the action scenes, and my favorite line, upgrades. You know, when he has to face that's right at the beginning of the movie where he's fighting the new agents.
Gotcha.
And they hit him because he's supposed to be so good that he can't even be hit, but one guy actually hit him. And he's like, upgrades.
Steve, if you're talking Part 4, I agree with you.
Oh, Part
they even made it to Part 4? I forgot about that.
We'll fight to the death on this.
That movie was
and Joey's wrong.
A letdown.
Joey is I think, you know what, Joey's not my kid.
Somebody just said Teen Wolf 2. Teen Wolf 2 was phenomenal.
Did it have Michael J. Fox?
No, it had Jason Bateman.
Again, look, nothing wrong with Jason Bateman, but again, you like all of the movies that don't have the original stars in them.
Well, sometimes as a kid, when I saw it, I was like, well, clearly the original Teen Wolf was busy and couldn't make it happen, so they found someone else.
You're used to watching Steve's favorite movies from Wish. I mean, that's basically what is happening for you. It's so true.
Jason Bateman was great. What are you talking about?
Look, Jason Bateman is great.
Honestly, if I probably watch it back, I'd be like, this is a steaming turd.
And look, I wasn't even a fan of Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf was amazing.
I know people loved it, but I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a piece of crap movie. I'm just saying I didn't love it, so there's no way I'm going to be like, let me watch not Michael J. Fox in a movie I didn't like in the first place sequel. It's not going to happen. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid instead of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Space Jam, A New Legacy. Boy, did that take a dump.
That's the one with LeBron, right?
Yeah,
I've never watched it.
Yeah. Nobody.
Honestly, though, I don't know if I've ever seen the original Space Jam. I've seen plenty of clips.
I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't watched it either.
What?
Sorry.
Guys, come on.
I know
you're
right.
a big basketball guy.
Yeah.
Boy, and Looney
I watched
Tunes?
Blue Chips, and I've watched Looney Tunes. I've seen it all.
Yeah, I've seen it all, said the man from his porch.
But have you ever seen Bugs Bunny play basketball?
I mean.
With Michael Jordan?
I kind of need to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
And Bill Murray's in it, like on the same team as well. There's so many great people in this movie.
In the first one, you mean?
In the first one.
Yeah, the second one, again, it was LeBron James, Michael Jordan from Wish.
Someone said Fast and Furious 2 is completely unnecessary, let alone the other 46 films as well.
I would say, though, when Fast and Furious started getting ridiculous with amazing effects, I liked it.
That's when I got on board.
I mean, I get that people love the car racing, old school stuff and all that, but once they just start jumping from buildings, going to space, having gigantic wrecking balls and stuff, that to me is like, okay, I'm in. At that point, Vin Diesel's horrible acting doesn't matter anymore. You just have a great time.
Yeah, once they lost their minds and then had the budget to lose their minds even more, I was all on board for that.
And don't forget, Steve, every time, it's about family.
It always is about family.
You got to be important about that, okay? When I take my car to space, I'm only doing it for one reason. Family. That's the Fast and Furious.
Sometimes says Teen Wolf 2 was more plausible as well.
More plausible. You know what? That's what I want on every movie poster. Come check out Teen Wolf 2.
Why.
It's more plausible.
They said thinking Jason Bateman could be a boxer was much better than thinking Michael J. Fox could dunk.
I got news for you. Well, all right, yes, you're right about that.
It is more plausible.
Yeah, but again, I don't go to movies because they're plausible. If I did, I would never go to a Marvel movie ever. All right.
I thought they were talking about like the logic behind a werewolf teen movie.
Yeah, it's very plausible.
Yes.
All right, yesterday, Steve, I don't know how he got this right. Maybe because it was more plausible.
In 1953, General Foods debuted its line of what breaded seafood item?
Halibut?
No.
What was the question?
In 1953, General Foods debuted its line of what breaded seafood item?
Fish sticks.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, Sarah had a hard time saying breaded seafood item. I think that was not easy for her to do.
We got through it. We worked it out.
I thought she said there was like a Reddit food item. I wasn't sure what the hell she was talking about. But fish sticks, also known as fish fingers across the pond. You want a shot at BJ? You're not going to get it. But if you want a shot at beating Steve...
That's a personal question.
Yeah, that's for sure. You'll have to negotiate that. 206-803-ROCK. That is the number to call if you want to beat Migs. We'll do that at 8:49 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them could be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you filed the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
For 25 years, Stamps.com has made mailing and shipping easy. All you need is a computer and printer. Imagine mailing and shipping right from your desk, anytime. No traffic, no waiting, no hassle. Plus, Stamps.com gives you discounts up to 84%. Sign up for Stamps.com today. Use code PROGRAM for a 4-week trial, plus postage and a digital scale. That's Stamps.com, code PROGRAM.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Melvin Robert from the TV show Extra. Every day on our show, we talk to the biggest celebrities and the biggest newsmakers around. We get exclusive details about hookups and breakups, baby news, and the behind-the-scenes info from your favorite TV shows and movies. But we can only fit so much on our show. That's where Extra the podcast comes in. Listen and follow Extra the podcast and Odyssey Podcast on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Go to the Rock Shop. Check out the brand new KISW Summer Tee. Sweet looking tee, man. You know you like t-shirts. Steve does.
I do. I like black t-shirts, too.
And you cannot lie. And this one is a black T-shirt. It's got a cool design, though, man. You're going to like it, man. It's got like a little forest scene out there, right in the banks of some water. And then in the background, it's the, I don't know, is it the haze of the smoke in the air? I'm not sure what it is that makes those colors, but it looks good.
That's the marijuana.
Oh, that's the marijuana.
Yes.
It's a good-looking tee. It's one of my favorites that we've ever done here at The Rock. Check it out at The Rock Shop at KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be Migs?
Let's do it.
I know Kevin from Arlington is. Kevin, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, Steve, now get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Kevin has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
A mix of yolk, mayo, mustard, and other spices complete what snack with what hellish name?
Deviled eggs.
Yes. Chris Evans plays the Human Torch in what 2005 film?
Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Yeah.
What instrument is known as the grandfather of the brass family?
Pass.
Bumbershoot is a playful name for what rainy day item?
Say that again?
Bumbershoot is a playful name for what rainy day item?
Umbrella.
Yes. What constellation is also known as the Hunter?
Orion.
Yes. Designed to be deleted is the tagline for what dating app?
Tinder.
No.
Plenty of Fish.
No.
Match.com.
No. Princeton University is located in what U.S. state?
Connecticut.
No.
Massachusetts.
No.
Philadelphia.
No. Jack and Meg White made up what rock duo?
White Stripes.
Yes. Beginning with A, the last person to run in a relay race is known as the what?
The ass end.
The ass end, yeah, that's it. That's the one.
I wish that's what they called them. Well, Kevin, you got 5 correct.
Not too bad. And I think you should get bonus
Hey.
points for the last question.
That last answer
You
there.
really should get bonus points.
Yeah, it made you laugh, right?
Yeah, that's why, I'm ready to give you the win just because of that answer.
You always want to give the person the win.
Well, that might be true.
Steve, are you ready?
All right.
A mix of yolk, mayo, mustard, and other spices complete a snack with what hellish name?
Deviled eggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Evans plays the Human Torch in what 2005 film?
The Fantastic Four.
Yes. What instrument is known as the grandfather of the brass family?
The tuba.
Yes.
What?
Bumbershoot
Yeah.
is the playful name for what rainy day item?
Umbrella.
Yes.
It's this weekend, baby.
What constellation is also known as the Hunter?
Orion.
Yes. Designed to be deleted is the tagline for what dating app?
Tinder.
No.
Match.com.
No.
Bumble.
No.
don't know
Princeton
any of
University is located in what U.S. state?
New Jersey.
Yes. Jack and Meg White made up what rock duo?
The White Stripes.
Yes. Beginning with A, the last person to run in a relay race is known as the what?
Anchor.
Yes.
Nice.
What is a figure with 10 sides called?
A figure with 10. A decagon.
Yes. Oh my. And with that, you get 9 correct.
Sarah is
9
very
to
surprised that
5.
you know what some of these answers are. She's looking at you like, how would you know
It's
that?
just time for you to recognize that I'm brilliant.
Sorry,
Oh,
Kevin.
really?
I'll get you one of these days, Steve.
It'll happen, Steve.
Curses.
Right. 9 to 5. Nice Dolly Parton situation.
Right. Represent.
That's what Dolly said in that movie. Represent, bitches.
I'm sure like 99% of our audience has no idea what $9 to $5.
I think you're right. And that was
Joe doesn't. Sarah?
It's a song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's
also a movie.
Yeah, it was a
didn't
movie.
know
That's where the song came from.
It's a masterpiece of a film.
and
Is it actually?
And it
No.
did have it had big stars.
Was
for the
Dolly
day.
in it?
Dolly
Yes.
was
Oh,
in
she
it.
was in it? Okay.
Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, who then, of course, they got together and did the Grace and Frankie stuff. But before that, they were pretty big and famous in 9 to 5. It was a very popular movie. And of course, Dolly was huge at that time. Dolly's been huge pretty much
Forever.
a lot of her career.
9 to
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I'll probably never watch it.
No, it was a fun movie. I don't think you have to watch it though.
Try to see what the Rotten Tomatoes.
What year was it? Was it 19? I'd say 90s. Am I right about that?
1980.
I was gonna say, dude, it's forever ago.
Oh, that is way a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, 74% from the audience, 69% from the critics.
Nice. There you go. Wow, 1980? That movie's
About
43
three
years old.
secretaries who decide to get revenge on their sexist boss by abducting him and running the business themselves.
Okay, that actually sounds really
It's
interesting.
so on brand for what was going on in the 80s as women were like, look, you are going to recognize us as powerful people in the workforce.
I forgot. It's a movie. They spent the night together having a drug-induced fantasy of killing their slave-driving chauvinist boss.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
One of them panics the next day when they suspect that she really poisoned the tyrant.
Wow, maybe I will watch
I kind of want to watch this again.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that dark.
It is kind of dark.
Yeah.
But it was a great comedy.
That's fantastic.
Somehow they both go hand in hand.
Yeah, I don't know about the pacing. 1980, that's a long time ago.
Sure was.
Yeah.
The only one you got incorrect, you would have got a perfect 10. Designed to be deleted is the tagline for what dating app?
I know this
Plenty of
app.
Fish?
I've seen the commercials where somebody's sitting on a bench and then they just disappear.
Farmers only.
No. And a buddy of mine just told me he's on this app, and I cannot remember the name of it.
Oh,
You're going to get so mad.
Yeah.
Is it Hinge?
It sure
It's
is.
Hinge. Yep, that's the one. Hinge. And they ran all these commercials, and how about I still do not remember the name? I need to remember that it rhymes with a very naughty British word.
Oh.
Hinge.
Yeah,
I know. I don't know. I'm trying to think too.
Vicky knows. Vicky knows because she's
Singe.
Syringe.
No.
Vinge.
No, you
I'm
don't.
not even going to try.
You don't
I'm
want to
afraid I'm
accidentally
gonna-
say it, Steve.
Yep.
I think we could get in trouble if you accidentally say it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm tapping out then.
Yeah, there you go. But if you folks watch a lot of British television, you'll know the word I'm thinking of.
I always forget there's so many dating apps until
know.
you list, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one and that one. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many out there.
Yeah.
Match, there's
But
Tinder, there's
Hinge.
is Bumble.
Bumble's
Dating
a
app?
Bumble's a
I thought
thing.
it was.
That's a
Okay.
really big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
What about
Christian
Stumble?
Mingle.
Christian Mingle.
Is
Yep.
Stumble a thing? Where you just hopefully stumble on the right person?
Tinder, Plenty of Fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then Hinge, which is designed for you to use only once because you will find your match and not need it anymore. I believe that's their thing.
Until like something bad happens and you have to come relog in.
Then you got to rehinge it again.
You guys are forgetting about Grindr and Coffee Meets Bagel.
I don't know about Coffee Meets Bagel.
I know eHarmony is another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what is Coffee Meets Bagel like? Is that supposed to be sexual?
I'm feeling like that's like a more like you go for an afternoon date or a morning date as opposed to like a night.
You don't take the coffee cup and put it inside the bagel to make it look sexual?
I mean, that's a rather.
I'm trying to figure out what the name is and why a bagel and a coffee.
You're setting
are
up some really unfair expectations.
Yeah, sorry.
Plus, that must be a really big bagel.
Yeah, it's more like pixie sticks.
It's more of like, according to their app page, it says that they're for people who are looking to seriously date, not
So
like for
Coffee
serious relationships.
Coffee Meets Bagel makes me think that's a serious app.
Well, not like, let's go out for drinks and see where the night takes us.
Oh.
So it's like, let's meet at a
So
reasonable
if you're
time.
really
Not
gonna
get
have
drunk together, unless
Right.
it's brunch.
and why can't it be Coffee Meets McGriddle? Why's it got to be a bagel? I
Maybe
mean, I
they
don't
don't
like
want to
this
give
name.
free publicity to the company.
Oh, all right. Then Coffee Meets Muffin, or is that or Muffin
Coffee
Top?
Meets Muff.
Coffee Meets Muff. That's the one.
Cough meets muff.
Cough the Muff. Yeah, that's a serious dating app. That means we're forever together, right?
Thank goodness you both are never going to be on dating apps, hopefully.
Oh my gosh! I couldn't even imagine.
I don't. Need a
I don't
dating
even
app.
know what that would be like.
I would love to read what you guys would write as your bios or what pictures you guys would have.
I would just post up.
Oh,
a
I already
picture.
have my picture.
Here's what I would post up there: my picture and "You're welcome," and the ladies will come a running.
Swipe left.
Yeah.
Oh, my picture would definitely be one from one of my wrestling matches at SOS Pro Wrestling. When I come out, all my light up jackets, sunglasses, the feather collars, and then there's always somebody behind me, and they have a sign that says "F Steve Migs."
And I pretty much at that point, you're telling them what they should do.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of people, women love direction. They
If
love
I'm
direct
standing
men.
in front of a bunch of signs that say "F Steve Migs," I feel like, all right, this is what's up.
Women love
My
being
bio,
told what
this
to
is-
do.
My bio is "This is what's up."
And that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. You're welcome.
Neither one of us would be swiped on.
Oh, believe me. Say, Vicky's the only one. You know why? Because Vicky has no taste. Everyone else is swiping right to the point that they're going to have carpal tunnel.
Okay.
That's how the biatches are coming our way.
Someone's
Steve.
a little Delulu.
Yeah, whatever.
Delulu?
I've heard that. It's a new one.
Delulu.
You're delusional.
You know what? I'm going to swipe left just on you right now as a human being, Delulu.
By next week, he'll be saying it nonstop.
Not at all. Delulu. All right, so, hey, you know what? This is your time. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to pick the topic. Maybe you want to guide the show. Maybe you want a coffee and a bagel or a coffee and a muff. I don't know what you want. But you know what? You get to tell us what you want. You get to do whatever you want. 206-803-ROCK. It's listeners on the loose. Your calls, your texts. We'll take those at 9:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. Brought to you by the Washington State Fair. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. And don't forget, Steve's got rules.
The rule is simple. Show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Russ is listening on the Odyssey app in Iowa. AUDACY. Russ, you are on The Rock.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Not too bad, Russ. What you got for us, buddy?
When I was on active duty military a couple years back, I had a soldier that was going to name his daughter Absidy.
Absidy?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Why is that? I don't know.
But, what was weird was they were going to spell it ABCDE.
Oh, that's it. Absidy.
Well, make it easy for them. They're a toddler trying to spell their own name.
Yeah.
Actually, there was an article surfing around where this lady was really upset because someone made fun of her daughter's name. I think it was on a plane. And they're like, what is this name? And they made fun of it. She's like, how dare you? And her name was Absidy. That's how I know it.
And you don't know how she spelled it, though?
No, she spells it ABCDE.
That is kind of fun.
Yeah, but she pronounces it Absidy.
Absidy's a really sweet-sounding name.
It's just spelt really dumb.
Absidy.
Yeah. It's kind of, I don't mind
What was funny about it was that we ended up naming our dachshund Abby. We called her Abby, ABI, but her, birth certificate name was Absidy.
You mean the dog has a birth certificate?
Well, that's where we originally got the name Abby. But we were we're calling her Absidy, but we just kind of nickname it Abby, and then just stuck with Abby.
There you go.
They have a second kid that they named that kid Fajik.
Oh my God! Pardon me. I'm sorry. Would you like to? Do you want to take another shot at that, or do you want to stay on the air?
Maybe the F is silent.
Yeah, I mean, or LMNOP.
Okay, yeah.
I like this Penelope. Can we do LMNOP? Elanope? I mean, I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, I think you can't do. Yeah, you can't.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I don't think you should.
I think I can.
You know what? It's Ted versus the FCC. It's not Steve versus, oh my God, he's in trouble again.
So today, did BJ buy breakfast for everybody today? You know it.
Yes,
Joe screwed up my order, though.
What did he get you?
I asked for a venti Americano, and he got me a grande. And
you son of a!
I thought it would have been hilarious if I just took that cup of coffee and threw it at his head. But then I realized that actually would hurt, and it'd be hot, and it wouldn't be as funny as I thought in my brain.
Yeah.
But
so the venti is smaller?
Bigger, baby.
Oh, the venti's big. That's right.
I was a little extra tired, and you were paying, so I was like, I'm not getting food. So.
Oh, you should have said, can I just have the coffee machine since I'm paying?
So my first instinct was like, they screwed up my order. I'm like, Joe, what did you get me? He goes, a grande. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
It was my fault.
It was.
And on free coffee day, too.
Unbelievable. If there was only a place where you could go get maybe another grande.
Yeah, but, it's okay. The ship has sailed.
It's gone.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, you can have some of the fine coffee in our office.
That ship sailed about 4 years ago.
Yeah. What are you talking about? There's a fine machine that somehow takes great tasting coffee and turns it into ooze that only turtles can be born from.
But massive thank you to Teoscar Hernandez.
F him.
Once again, dominating for the Mariners. A 3-run home run yesterday, solidifying his batting average so that we could win breakfast from you.
Here's the thing, though. We got a problem.
No, we don't. We have a solution, and his name is Teo.
Yeah, Teo's the solution. Forget my breakfast problem. We have a problem here at the station that we might have to stop playing a particular artist I just found out some disturbing news since the Mariners are going hard. I found out that Joan Jett is a serious Baltimore Orioles fan.
I don't want to be a dork like that.
I'm not doing it.
Other towns like, we're banning all Seattle music until this playoffs are done. Who cares? Let her like losers.
Dude, right now, she's like in perhaps I would say the best team in the American League right now.
No, she's not a Mariners fan.
All right, I know. Look, I know you're happy about where we are, but the Baltimore Orioles are seriously legit. And
I'm not going to get mad at someone for liking another team.
Dude, I just saw a picture of Joan Jett. I didn't know how big of an Orioles fan I was. I guess
Apparently
she's
massive.
Yeah, and I just saw a picture of her photo bombing the Orioles team photo. Like she's way up. Like they took it in I don't know if it's right field, left field, whatever at Oriole Park.
Yeah, I saw that picture. That was hilarious.
It's so awesome, and I just love that she's a huge fan. I did not know how big of a baseball fan and an Oriole. And look, to be an Orioles fan, like to be legit like she's been for her whole life, considering the Orioles have not been good for so long.
It's a lot of sadness.
Yeah, I mean that's fantastic. So I actually got a lot of love for Joan. I love to find out people who are baseball fans that are like, oh wow, look at you! I had no idea you love baseball so much. So there you go, Joan Jett, huge Orioles fan. We might have to stop playing her music if it gets down to it.
All right, we might have to get your daughter involved in this one.
All right.
We definitely should, because someone wanted to know, did you and your daughter watch the new Adam Sandler movie? If so, what'd you think? I loved it.
Yeah, we did, as a matter of fact. I wish that I watched this movie with my daughter when she was in her teens.
Yes. Agreed.
It would have been a much more fun movie because it's definitely a teen movie.
So it's a super teen movie.
Oh, yeah.
It is,
It's like a coming-of-age movie.
It's totally a coming-of-age movie, yeah.
Is it a good movie for my wife and I to watch so she could fall asleep and then I could watch wrestling like I intentionally wanted to watch?
Oh, I don't know. There's... It's a tough one.
I stayed awake. I thought it was still really cute.
Yeah.
But... yeah, I mean, so it could hit or miss with your wife. I don't think you'll really enjoy it at all.
I think
is it fun to watch while I play on my phone watching wrestling matches?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm in.
You don't have to be Jewish to watch this movie. But
Thanks, half Jewish man. I didn't know we needed to be Jewish to watch a movie.
Well, the movie is basically all about the big Jewish tradition of the bat mitzvah, and
but Elf doesn't say you don't have to be Christian to enjoy this movie.
Well. That's different, though. I mean, that's not really focusing on any Christian tradition. It's focusing on basically taking a Christian tradition and turning it into a holiday that is all about presents. And Elf isn't Christian.
Slightly dated reference. You don't have to be Greek to enjoy my big fat Greek wedding.
It helps if you are.
Well, oh my God.
It does. It helps if you are.
I'm going to throw my coffee at you.
No, look. There are movies that if you're part of the club, it helps. But it's still a good movie.
He's now a gatekeeper for Jewish people.
I can't keep the gate. I don't know anything about my own culture. But I mean, it really is all about bat mitzvah but it's not all about that. But I think if you are Jewish, you probably will get a giant kick out of the movie. If you're not Jewish, you'll still appreciate the fact but you got to be a teen. That's why I think if you're Jewish, doesn't matter how old you are. If you're a teen, great. But if you're not Jewish and you're not a teen girl,
what are you doing?
I mean, you kind of go, though I will say Adam Sandler, he was hardly in the movie, but every time he was in the movie, he had great lines. He was really good.
And I thought his daughters did a really good job as well.
Yeah, his two daughters actually, they have talent. I was really impressed with, I don't know if it's Sophie or Sunny, I forget which one it was the main character. But I was really paying attention, this kid's got chops. I got to give her credit. I know her. And look, Adam is always hit or miss. It's if it's a really depressing, horrible movie about a guy who's down on his luck, Adam nails that. Or if it's a stupid, silly comedy, but would I say Adam's a fantastic actor, in general?
He's a fun actor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but I thought his daughter really nailed all these different sort of emotions and cues and things that in the world of acting, you go, this kid might actually be a really, really good actor. I was impressed with her.
I'm not going to lie, though. At the end of the movie, I turned to BJ and I was like, is this really what I was like when I was a teenager?
Yes.
I was like, man.
Yeah, they were.
Oh.
These girls were just, you realize.
So moody and emotional and nothing was good enough. And I was like, I feel bad for Steve, for Tatum, for Danny, for Lily. I'm like, good luck, y'all.
The excess of bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs, the excess of what the party has to be like, how much money is spent. It's actually, in a way, to me, a little obscene, especially since it's supposed to be a deeply religious ritual in a way.
Oh, look at this guy over here.
For
his culture.
As a newly Jewish person, I was greatly offended at the materialism involved.
You should get it canceled.
Yeah.
And was his wife not his wife in this movie? Was it Elsa?
It was Adina. Yeah, it was Adina Menzel.
But his wife is in the movie.
It was
But his
Adela
wife is
Zim.
in the movie. I think that's funny.
I think that's hilarious. He's like, oh, you're going to be my new movie. Like, great, we could actually be like a loving couple. No, I'm going to be making out with Elsa. You can still be in the movie, though.
And Luis Guzman was the husband of his real-life wife in this movie. Yeah, and it was a fun movie. It was well done. Would I have given it 96% the way Rotten Tomato critics did? No.
Then what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. But would I have only given it 60-something%, which the audience gave it? I would also say no. I think this movie is at least 75%.
Okay.
And if you're Jewish or you're a teen girl, I think you're going to pump it up even more.
Thankfully, I'm both.
Yeah, you know what? I said, this is a movie for Steve. He's right. He's a Jewish teen girl. He knows what this is all about.
So I said, damn it, I wasn't in World War II, so I guess I can't watch Oppenheimer.
I think you know what I mean, man. You like, for instance,
I was going to watch Blue Beetle, but I'm not blue or a beetle.
Well, I will say this, though. I will tell you this. Blue Beetle is about Hispanic culture, and I think if you're Hispanic, you're going to love that movie more so. Here's why. You don't get all the references. If you're not part of a culture, you don't get, it's just like watching like Star Trek Lower Decks. If you're not a huge Star Trek fan, you're going to miss so much of that TV show.
If you're not a Vulcan, you're not going to understand this.
Yeah, so I mean, when people want to sit there and say, oh, what the hell, it does make a difference if you get the references, because whatever that movie's doing so deep, you get it because you're in the culture of that movie.
Look, we've learned one thing. Half Jewish man can't save lives, but he can save you time with his great movie reviews.
That's very true.
It's very true.
Very true.
Yeah, and Sarah Sherman was in this, and I love her. She's one of the new castmates from Saturday Night Live. She debuted, I believe, either this season or last season, and she plays a rabbi in this. And as usual, Sarah Sherman kills it. I love her. She is super talented.
I'm not able to keep my head underwater for a very long period of time. Should I not watch Jaws?
Okay, you know what?
Or The Meg.
Okay, here's what. You know what? I'm going to tell you exactly right now. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
You're a friggin' hypocrite, and you know it.
Why?
Because every movie you recommend is, you don't have to be a wrestling fan to like it.
Yeah.
That is you, because you know you've got to say that, even though the movie is 90%, whatever movie you watch, it's 90% sweaty, oily men.
Yeah, but I had to say that because I know you're not going to want to watch it. If it's
And
just
you know, no human being who's not a fan is going to be. You got to tell people, look, this is really a good movie outside of, pretty much it's wrestling.
And am I a hypocrite?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm not going to get to watch Jaws this weekend.
Okay, I don't want to hear from you.
Well, look, you don't have to be a Rock to watch a movie with The Rock.
Okay, you go home.
Yeah.
Where's Danny? Did Danny have to go to Arizona?
Yeah, you know what?
Can we get him back?
Why do you think I kicked Joey out of the house?
Would you like to throw my coffee at your son?
I would love to, but it's not I really don't. I want 2 grandes to throw at him. Yeah, it's not just one. All right, well, it is Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. We got more of your calls, more of your texts. We'll take those at 9:36 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Imagine you're looking at a balancing scale with everything you do for other people on one side and everything you do for yourself on the other side. If it isn't balanced, maybe it's time to spend a little more time on you. And therapy is a great place to start. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist online who can help you find that balance and stick to it. Visit BetterHelp.com/positive to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/positive.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text.
So said Migs, I'm hoping to see you at Bumbershoot Wrestle this weekend as Matt Hasselbeck. Haha. I know you have a good theme song for your douche character. Like that's how you refer to me.
That's how you.
That's me.
Yeah.
But what's going to be your entrance song for your Matt Hasselbeck character?
Is it got to be some version of "We Want the Ball and We're Going to Win"?
I am trying to figure out a way to incorporate "We Want" because at Bumbershoot we're having wrestling from SOS Pro Wrestling on Saturday and Sunday at 4:30 and then at 8 p.m. right by the Mopop in the Space Needle outside. And so, like, for my actual character, I have all that taken in, but I'm like trying to think of fun things as Matt Hasselbeck, and I want the whole "we want the ball and we're going to score." And I was thinking about it, I'm like, what do I do for a theme song as Matt Hasselbeck? My first thought would be the Verve's "Bittersweet Symphony," because that's the song they always play. That.
Good call. Yeah,
I'm like, that's it's a great song, but like this is a whole this whole vibe is hokey and weird and silly, and I'm wrestling evil Russell Wilson from the Denver Broncos.
Of course you are.
And there's going to be footballs involved, and it's going to be stupid and awesome. And I was like, I can only think of one thing, and it's actually a song that was written by one of our old radio buddies that's no longer in town. I don't know if you remember our boy Fitz.
Oh.
And he took a certain Justin Timberlake song.
That's right.
And turned it into this.
I am Matt Hasselbeck.
Yeah.
Going long to my Mandy Jack. Yeah. Got
So
Walter
bad.
Jones
This is so good. I like this. I totally forgot about this.
Right? Is our running back. Yeah. I'm talking about Seattle. Come on, fans. Go ahead, get loud. Let's go.
Come on. This bald Matt Hasselbeck coming into the ring.
Yeah.
I'm going to suplex Russell Wilson.
Go ahead, get loud.
This is a great entrance song.
It's so ridiculous.
Stand up, be proud.
It might be better than what anybody has.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, this is such an unfair advantage, but I love it.
I sent it to the guy that's handling the music. He's like, where did you find this and what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oddly enough, I know the person who wrote this.
It worked out. It works out perfectly. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Friday and Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
Saturday and Sunday at Bumper Shoot.
Sunday's Bumper Shoot's when I'm going to be Matt Hasselbeck, and then Saturday I'll just be your friendly neighborhood D-bag.
Oh, look at you. Yeah. You'll be, so the kids, boy, we'll be in a public arena. You'll be got to be careful.
All I want, and I have a buddy that's one of the photographers, I was like, I just need a shot of me in that ring with the Space Needle behind me. You know what I mean?
Is that all you want?
That's all I care about. That's the only reason why I do this is for the pictures I can look back at when I'm old, and
that's going to be a good shot.
You know what I mean? Like those kind of memories where it's like, oh man, if it's a good shot and the needle's behind you, like I don't know if I'm ever going to have an opportunity to do something like that in front of the Space Needle. Again.
Yeah, I like that idea. I think it's a nice shot.
And I got my Matt Hasselbeck jersey.
Do it,
eBay. I got the old school, the old color. Man, it makes you realize how trash, like compared to the jerseys now.
I know, it's sad. I mean, it really. I'm that we were wearing those for a while, and I thought they looked.
They
good.
were fine. No one ever loved them, though.
Yeah, it was sort of like they're okay.
They're fine. Yeah,
it was sort of a blue steel look to them in a way, but. Yeah, and I remember I was not a fan of the new uniforms when they first came out.
No, you hated it.
But then it grew on me.
Yeah,
it grew on me and grew on me. That's why sometimes when you see something new, you just got to give it time. And I don't know if people are loving the Mariners, the City Select, but I love those uniforms.
The City Connect ones?
Yeah, the City Connect ones.
There's been a lot of backlash, but I think I like them from the get-go. And now every time I see them wear them, and I know the main issue is the black pants. People didn't like the black pants.
That's what I love.
So cool.
Yeah, and it matches the black bill of the hat.
Yep.
I think it's a really smart look. I think it's a really, really fun look, and I love the Seattle font. Nod back to the Pilots.
I do too.
Yeah,
and the Trident. I like the style of the Trident as well. I think it's really good.
That's grown on me. And I'm an old school baseball fan, but I do like I think that blue and black is just like it's a sharp combo together that maybe I wouldn't have put together, but I'm liking what it looks like.
Marty and Young's like, Did you order your City Connect Teoscar jersey yet? Haha. I know I have a Luis Castillo City Connect.
Yeah, you don't need a City Connect. You just need a Teoscar something.
Yes, I'm definitely getting a Teoscar.
You getting a cream? You going to get the Sunday?
Dude, that's so funny. We were literally, I was on a certain website looking at that. And
that's the one you don't have.
That's the one. And I was going to ask you, like, what's your favorite of all the Mariners jerseys? My buddies and I were having this conversation. For me, it's the Sunday cream jersey. I think there's nothing cooler than that jersey.
It's a sweet looking jersey.
And I'm going to get a Teoscar one of that for sure.
It is definitely a sweet looking jersey. I like, and it's a toss up because I like the teal Mariners jersey. And I think, is it a blue Seattle, or I don't know if it says Seattle or if it says Mariners, but they have a blue jersey, like a navy blue jersey. I usually see on the road that says Seattle, and then they've got the teal Mariners, alternative jersey.
Yep.
I really like the teal because I think they wear the teal billed hats as well when they wear that. Mm-hmm. That's a sweet look. So I think that's my favorite, the teal.
The teal's cool, yeah.
And then the City
like
Connect
any of
is
them. I think
next.
they're all pretty cool.
Yeah, but you're right. But I like what I like about the cream is you're right. It's that cream colored home, and then it is a throwback with the blue and gold, the old school Mariners colors for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I also like that old Mariners jersey, like the one that you remember, like Ken Griffey Jr., like the powder blue one, like those ones. With like the yellow or the gold and darker blue piping on it.
Yeah, the funny thing is those used to be away colors, and now other teams have decided, no, we're just going to make them alternative jersey colors, and you see Toronto and Kansas City use them just in general.
Yeah, a lot of teams, not a lot, but enough teams rock the powder blue where I don't know if it would stand out now if the Mariners went with it.
I loved back, that was the thing in the 70s. Instead of having a gray uniform, you had a powder blue visiting uniform. The Phillies used to rock that, the Royals rock that, the Expos rock that. I loved powder blue. I thought that is such a cool looking away uniform, having that solid, just having that whole powder blue, as opposed to just the grays. The team that gets effed every time is the Yankees. The Yankees don't ever do anything different. And they're this traditionalist team, and I don't know, man. I think they're becoming boring. I think you got to do something.
No, man. I don't know.
Do something else.
I love the pinstripes, but I really like their away jerseys even more.
Really?
I always love those.
And you don't want to see any kind of anything at all, anything alternative once in a while?
Sometimes, you just stick with, it's like, there's certain teams that I feel like you just got to stick with what they have. You know what I mean?
They're the only ones, dude. I think every other team has a something. Yankees are the only ones that don't do anything different. And you're right, Steve. There are other teams you go, all right, like Detroit has got a classic look. The Cubs maybe have a classic look.
I think about the Montreal Canadiens in hockey. I wouldn't really want to see them try and mess around with anything else other than what they rock.
Oh yeah, they don't have an alternative jersey. They just have.
Might. I think they do, but I don't like it. I'm not saying I don't make the rules, BJ.
Oh, you don't make the rules?
No, unless I check that.
See,
if I do, I've been screwing this up.
I think as a fan, if I were a Yankee fan, but you know what? Look, you are from the area, so if you I guess you're going to speak for the people.
I can't speak for anyone.
I just feel like I think the Yankees are the only team in baseball that do not do much with their uniform at all. Even Detroit and Chicago, I think, do some stuff. Yankees are just like, here's what you get. We get the gray aways, and you get the home pinstripes. That's all you're getting.
Somebody just texted in, and they want to know, what was the last stupid thing that you got excited for? For me and my 3-year-old, an air fryer. Oh, his 3-year-old air fryer bit the dust, and his new one comes today. I'm so stoked.
You know what? When you're saying air fryer and 3-year-old, it scares me.
That's why I was.
It's like, look, Gary Ridgway, I don't need to hear from you today.
I was like, you and your 3-year-old really love the air fryer? My kid doesn't care about my air fryer.
No, I would. Yeah, the kid's like, I like the food.
Air fryers are pretty awesome.
I'm not a guy that loves to cook, so I'm the wrong guy.
So what's the last stupid thing that you got excited for then?
Oh, I'm excited. I haven't got it yet, but I hope to get it. I want an ice machine, like one of those portable machines that make ice. I would love that.
Have you even ordered it?
No, but I mean, look, there's holidays, there's birthdays.
Man, I feel like if anyone else said these answers that you give to these questions, you'd be so upset with them.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't have anything. I mean, that's the thing that I know I would be so stoked for it, but I haven't.
All right, so for me,
yeah,
we just got Mrs. Potato Head, and it's so awesome.
Wait. Why Mrs. Potato Head?
We have Mr. Potato Head.
Okay.
And Tatum was wondering if there was a girl version, and I'm like, I think there is.
Oh yeah,
on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And boom, for $13.99, I ordered Mrs. Potato Head, only to find out that my wife was waiting for a good time to throw away Mr. Potato Head because she felt that Tatum didn't play with it enough. So I just threw a wrench in all of the plans.
Yeah, now Mr. Potato Head can't go away. She needs her buddy.
They got to hang out for a little bit at least.
Whoa, your wife's looking. She's got the eye on you on that one.
Oh no, she wasn't happy. She's like, I'm trying to trim a little bit of the toys because birthday and Christmas come back to back, and it's time to give some of these toys to kids in need.
Yeah, you really, you know what? You have to slow your roll, man. I mean, I'm going to give you till you've got September. You're in the third quarter at this point, aren't you? You can't be buying anything.
No, I know.
You got to save it. I mean, it's, again, birthday and Christmas, you got to save this.
She gets so frustrated with me because I'm an impulse buyer for myself. But then now you throw cute, adorable kid that points out cool board games or cool toys, and I'm like, let me check if Amazon's got it. It's only $16.
So you were excited because she was excited?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Fired up. Yeah,
I can appreciate that.
And then it showed up on a day where she was in trouble with mom, so she couldn't open it. And then I was just like, can I open it? I want to. It took everything in my power until mom went away, where I was almost like, yeah, this would cause a massive fight if I opened this up and we play with it and then put it back in the box. I don't feel like I could trust Tatum. I think Tatum would dime me out in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be cool at that. I think that is a stupid item, but makes sense.
I was so excited when it came in the mail.
Yeah. And I'm look, Steve, I anticipate I'm getting an ice maker.
You anticipate?
Probably not going to happen.
Your birthday's tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
Ooh.
I mean, if my children work on the show, they have listened to me talk about it. I don't have it on my birthday list, but sometimes you go, look,
Dude,
kids.
Joe looks really troubled right now.
Yeah, you see,
That's $500-$600.
I know, it's expensive. See, I don't expect it for my birthday. I expect it for Christmas. Oh. That's why I didn't put it on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't want to spoil anything, but we did ask you what you wanted, and there was no mention of an ice maker.
That's very true. You're right.
In fact,
but
you
at the same
said
time,
no.
I mean, at the same time, the two of you, have I not gone crazy over my buddy's ice makers? And you know I love ice.
And are you just looking for a standard ice maker, or are you looking for the fancy like nugget ice, the little ones?
Are you just beggars can't be choosers? Because the kids' budget. I don't want to because I know those ones you're talking about are expensive,
$400 to $500.
Yeah,
and the other ones are like $90. So.
Yeah, I just want something. I mean, the one that makes the little balls. That's kind of cool.
That's
that
the
works
one we
for me.
have.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I get at Mod Pizza. Mod Pizza's ice is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like that kind of one. That little
so you have one. So I mean, I'm excited about your items that you have at home.
Okay, fair. So you also excited about Mrs. Potato Head?
No, not at all. Yeah, I'm not. I'm so happy. God, I'm so happy I don't have.
So it's in my portable ice machine. Best purchase ever.
Yeah. See, kids still have time. Birthday's tomorrow, right?
Sure.
Yeah, look at Sarah. Sarah's like, no, you're getting what we're giving you.
Frantically checking Amazon.
Yeah.
How quickly can it get here?
No, Sarah's done. She will not get me. She'll be like, yeah, go out and buy it on your own. Here's $1. All right. Well, listen, we have a big question that has to be answered right now because, look at this. He's back.
He is back.
What? All right. Well, then let's find out what Ryan Castle and underwear have in common. I'll tell you at 9:51 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and underwear have in common?
Steve's not wearing me right now.
Well, I don't know. I don't see you in studio, and I'm not seeing Steve from the waist down, so I'm not sure that's true.
You know, I took about a week off and just could not motivate myself to put pants on this morning, so I decided to stay home.
I mean, that's the way to go. So what color are your boxers?
Who says I'm wearing boxers?
Oh. Yeah, I think his favorite Tom Petty song is Free Ballin'.
Is that what it is?
Now, if you were to ask me what my banana hammock looked like, I could describe it.
Oh,
bright green. It's like Borat's, right?
Yeah, that's, boy, this, all of a sudden I don't want to talk about this.
Both comfortably cover Steve's hiney with warmth and love.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Here's a question for you, because people were asked this. How many pairs of underwear do you pack when you're going on a 6-day trip?
Only 7. At least 7.
Only 22%.
You gotta have a backup.
Yeah, only 22% actually said 6. 7, no way, Ryan. People are like, that's no.
I go 12.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I go on vacation, I don't care how many days, I grab all of my
6% actually said 12.
Yeah, you double it for sure.
To be fair, Steve has a lot of accidents.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
I bet the 50-50 and typically lose.
Yeah. Ryan Castle, he's got a 12-pack of underwear or songs. We'll find out.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.